Welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T. I'm coming at y'all live from a different device. I'm hoping it works. But if y'all tell me that you can't hear me or anything, please let me know right away. Otherwise, I will keep talking and thinking everything is okay. But y'all see the thumbnail. Jermell Charlo is ready for Tim Tsyzu. I'm saying, is he ready for Tim Tsyzu? Or has the money changed him? Tell me what y'all think, because I'm going to dive into that, like this little different Jermell that we're seeing. And, although we wrote him about the old Jermell, this one is kind of refreshing. But we're going to get into that and other things, which y'all know the drill. First, where's it at? Let's turn to. Welcome back to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, CDT. Um, my my headset wasn't working. Not sure if you guys can hear me. Going off the microphone and the speakers on the device that I'm on. But if this don't work, I gotta figure something out. But anywho, y'all see the thumbnail? We was talking about Jermell Charlo. Is he ready for Tim Tsyzu, or has the money changed him? As money do all of us. But y'all know at the top of my hour, will we talk about water check, water check, water check? Today I gotta say, I gotta be honest. No, I fell off today with my water. I didn't have as much water today. I was out and about trying to get back in the swing of things of being outside, walking around, and just doing basic stuff. Yeah, I know what kind of month I had in this last month. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But I didn't drink no water. I ain't take no water with me. So shame on me. But after all, tomorrow is another day in my Vivian Lee voice. So I probably drank about 4 bottles of water today. And I know I'm not going to be able to make up all those bottles. But tomorrow is another day and I will get back on it. So here at Boxing Fans Talk TV, we advocate that everybody, and I mean everybody, is at least if you're 16 and up, to shoot for at least 100 ounces of water. We don't give a care what your actual weight is, because there is a formula. Half your body weight in ounces of water. That's what one person should use their weight as a guide, is to how much water they should drink. But we say, hey, just go for 100 ounces. You're going to see a difference. As I tell everybody, I don't care what you're into, and whether you're trying to diet, whether you're trying to get healthier or whatever, because here at Box Fans Talk TV, we love trying to get healthier because we know a healthy body is a fit body. Amen. But whatever you're trying to do is going to fail without water. That's just the skinny of it. That's just a plain old fact. Ain't no getting around that. Ain't no shortcut around that. Whatever you trying to do, if you don't include the water intake, it's going to fail. A lot of people think, let me get rid of some body weight. I want y'all to get that out your head, get that out your conscience. That's, sometimes you're gonna be trying to, lose body weight, with losing with getting rid of water weight or whatever. You get when you're 20, it might not mean that much to you. You can say stuff like that and do stuff like that. But when you get past your 30s, no, that is not ideal to be talking like that or even be trying to do things like that. Because when you trying to get rid of water, you accidentally get rid of electrolytes and then you really be in trouble. So, electrolytes are important for as you get older. It's important when you're young, like babies, we get them electrolytes type liquids or whatever. And then when you're in your 20s and 30s, that's when you in your prime. That's when you can do a lot of stuff and bounce back real easy. But you're gonna pay for it. You're gonna pay for it later. Trust you me. But we just say don't take a shortcut, because as soon as you take a shower or the least of things, you put the water right back in your body. So don't be in a campaign trying to get rid of water. You know what I'm saying? That's not the ticket. You should be drinking more water. More water is going to leave you the right way and flush out things as it's going. So you should be wanting to intake more water. And we know a lot of people are not big water drinkers, so we advocate at least 2 times a day that you should drink water. And that's first thing in the morning before the toes hit the ground, before you get off in your morning routine. Drink you 8 ounces of water, have it on the nightstand. If you learn how to drink water room temperature, I prefer mine's cold. That's why we also advocate, get your little mini fridge. It's not gonna break your electricity. Trust you me. If it did, I wouldn't recommend it. Cause I'm all about that low ass electric bill. I can't stand a high electric bill. So if I thought that my little mini fridge was adding to my electric bill, I would be snapping, because I can unplug it. My electric bill will be the same, whether it's plugged up or not. That's how little it affects you. But you don't have to get one like the size I got. I got waist high. You can get one that's like a cube or something, a little box or whatever. That can look like you could put it on a dresser or something like that. You don't have to get no big one. But my family loves it. It's upstairs. We don't have to trek downstairs to go get us no water. And you know how you get when you get down there by the fridge, you start pulling out leftovers. If you're a good cook like me, you can whip some up real quick and easy. So you don't want to get into that routine. So just have you somewhere you can put your little refreshments up in the fridge. Like I got some fruit waiting for me when I'm done with this podcast. And it's right here. I ain't gotta go downstairs to get it. But yeah, drink your water first thing in the morning. Think of your body as an engine, the water is the lube, and you just go ahead and take your swig. 8 ounces, man, that's what, 3-4 good gulps of water, and you can knock that out real easy. Then the second time is at night when you get out of the shower or the tub, whichever you prefer, and you throw on your pajamas, and you know you're not going to sleep right away. Even the American Heart Association agrees that it's during this time you should drink your 8 ounces of water. It's good for the heart. You should do anything that's good for the heart. You know what I'm saying? That's going to get you a long way. Even if you're in your 20s and 30s, you're like, I ain't worried about that type of stuff. Start worrying about it by just doing simple preventative measures. We people that's older than you can tell you what you're gonna be looking to be having possibly, like more than likely. It's not a guarantee. Like everything that I've had to deal with at certain ages don't mean that you have to deal with it, but more than likely you're gonna. So take heed from me and just start drinking your water. At night, it's a lot of stuff that's going on. It's a lot of work that your body is going through. You need to be in a deep sleep. That's important too. You'll mess your whole next day up without these things. So get in your deep sleep. Let your body get to working. The water is going to help move things in a timely and efficient manner. A lot of reads going on. Revamping, rebooting, recharging, recreating. That part right there takes a lot of work. So you need your water to help all this stuff go on efficiently. And so those are 2 times that we tell you, if you're not a big water drinker, at least do that. You could do that without practice. You could do that without trying to acclimate yourself for anything. You could do that right now. Also a neat trick that I found. I don't know if it'll work for you. I like sodas. I like tea. I like all that stuff just like you guys. So I don't tell myself I can't have it. What I do tell myself is I'm going to front load this water. And after I drink the proper amount of water, then I'll go ahead and have me a soda water or a tea or whatever. Then that's when I'll go ahead and do that. But if I tell myself no sodas, no tea, no nothing, just water, and I'm just starting out trying to build up a tolerance to drinking a lot of water, it's almost like it's easy for me to derail because I'm thinking, man, I'm actually gonna commit to no anything but water. I don't know if I could commit. Us Americans be having commitment problems. But that's a commitment problem I think we all can share, all empathize with or sympathize with, because water is not always fun to drink all the time. But trust me, you get to drinking it, and pretty soon that's what your body gonna choose. You don't even have to think about it. So do drink your water. Now that we got that out the way, let's do a little housekeeping. Please, 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 in my James Brown voice, hit that like and share button and subscribe. If you've already subscribed, you don't have to do so. You already locked in. So just hit the like and share button. Leave a comment, statement, question after you look at me in replay or whenever you're looking at me live. If you have any questions, you can hit me up at boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That's boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. As y'all see, some of you guys do hit me up, and I converse with you back and forth respectfully. Respectfully. But do hit the like and share button, as always, every time you come through. Basically, lean on my heezy when you step into my heezy. Wait a minute. Am I messing this up all the time? Lean on my leezy when you step into my heezy. I knew I was messing something up. Lord have mercy. And basically hit the damn like button when you step into my square circle. Miss T famous for tripping over her words. Anyway, you see that lovely Boxing Fans Talk TV sign on the right hand side of your screen, and you see the dollar sign. Look, that's my Cash App. Jump on that. Cut a jig on that. Embrace it. Become one with it. Miss T like Cash Apps too. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I have so many times was right at the cusp or the brink of crossing over my required time to have likes and views, and it drops like 1,000. I've been through this like 5-6 times already. I don't know what's going on, so I'm just like, fuck it. I ain't gonna pay attention. I ain't gonna pay attention to it. I'm gonna write YouTube, see what the hell going on. But I don't know what's going on, you guys. I think they be doing something with my stuff. But again, I enjoy talking about boxing and the nuances and the things that I see. So, I'm here for the pure enjoyment of it all. So, like I said, I come on Monday through Friday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Unless I don't have nothing to say. Now, I would never make up nothing. Some days I take my days off too. I know y'all noticed it. But if it ain't nothing to talk about, it ain't nothing to talk about. So I would never blow smoke up your astrobula, give you all this fluff or whatever. But sometimes y'all know I got a weird way of looking at things and seeing things. So I like giving out my perspective on stuff. Just like this title we got here right now. Before we get there, let me shout out to some folks that came through. Jay Reedy is in the building. What's poppin', King? He said, Queen, hey sis, what's good with you? He got his water dropped. That means he drinking his water. Modern King Boxing, what's poppin', King? He said, evening, Queen. Boxing fans talk TV already. He says, shout out to the boxing gods and goddesses. Indeed. Shout out to you. But look, I wonder if y'all gonna look at things like I look at things. You know, Miss T has a weird way of looking at things, but it makes sense to me. And sometimes I think it can make sense to you because I've heard some of you guys say, you know, I ain't never think of it that way. We got boxing nerd up in the building. What's poppin', King? Say, hey, Queen, what's good with you? So look, I said Jermell Charlo is he ready for Tim Tsyzu? I'm asking. Or has the money changed him? Now we know Jermell Charlo or the Charlos period was on some crazy shit for a while. And we couldn't figure them out. I know a person like me, I wouldn't tell my son to emulate them. You know, this was a while back. I'm not talking about nothing current. You know, just this manufactured outrage. That's what I had to call it. Why you mad and stuff? Or when they went on that podcast, I think with Deontay was on, and he started talking negatively to Deontay, and then the wife got into. I didn't understand any of that. I'm like, dude, what are you guys so mad at? You're becoming unapproachable. You're becoming a repellent to people because it's one thing to have anger and you could point to it. It's another thing not to. So anything he said about Bud Crawford, I ain't too upset about. I critiqued it when it happened, as I will with anybody saying anything about Bud Spence or anybody, you know. I'm an equally critiquer. I'm an equal opportunity critiquer. So, I mean, when he said something about Bud, that's a potential opponent. The only people that I had a problem with that be talking about people is something. I'm gonna give you an example, like when Chris Colbert had said something about Deontay. I didn't get that. Didn't get it at all. You are not in each other's weight classes. You never will be. Not a snowball chance in hell. Would you two ever meet up or whatever? But you found the need to be negative. And I don't think, me personally, and you can feel how you feel, but we don't have to be like that in boxing, in any sport. You don't have to be like that. You know, there's an old saying, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing. Mark Nash is in the building. Was Papa King said, what up? Modern King is say, peace at Boxing Nerd 101. Mark Nash, my boxing brother. Realist talk. Ray New Salters is in the building. What's Papa King? He said, what up, though, Queen? Modern King said, Jermell, laugh out loud. I can't wait to hear this mofo response, Miss T. He said Chris was speaking from a fan point of view. But sometimes people, I realized later, I thought that too. But at the same time, you're not a fan. So with the words you say matter. You're a boxer. And that just comes off like hate because you're a boxer. You wouldn't want no other boxer doing you like that. Because sometimes words can matter in the form of how much you get paid, how much people respect you, how many opportunities you get. You really have to be cognitive of that, especially when you're talking about your peers. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I ain't saying it got to be etched in stone, and maybe that's the Mama T in me, but what I'm saying is not far fetched neither. Sometimes you got to watch what you say. Giving people the benefit of the doubt, or just giving people the common courtesy that you would want for yourself. You don't want nobody derailing your shit, before you can even get it started, or while you in the midst of getting it started or whatever, because you have an opinion. Because you know what people gonna say? You're a subject matter expert. That's what they're gonna look at Cobra, whether he's the grandiose fighter of them all. He's a subject matter expert because he's a professional boxer. You know what I'm saying? Martin King said, no doubt. Said Cobra got a fight coming up. I wish him well. Yeah, he was a little fugazi. I think he learned his lesson too. Because back then, getting back to the Charlos, Charlo said what he said. He got a lot of feedback, a lot of pushback, and wasn't favorable to him or his wife. They had to do a little cleanup. Or whatever. But I'm finally understanding Mr. Charlo there. Talking about little Charlo. A little bit better than I did before. Now I say I'm finally understanding. I ain't say I condone everything this man does. Cause when you discipline your child, what they do? They will come back and be good for a week, and then they want to get off punishment. Nah, it don't work like that in Miss T house. You gonna ride this shit till you delirious. When we done, you gonna wish you never ever did what you did or said what you said. Cause I need you to get the act right whether I'm there or not. I'm talking about when you discipline your kids. Like my daughter used to say to me, this is her way of getting me to have some kind of urgency about me to do something she wanted to do. I never get to this her. I never get to do this. You ain't never, and it used to mess me up. Like, why does she keep saying it? It's like she got amnesia or something. She don't remember when mommy did this and mommy did that. And I said, you know what? This is how I'm gonna answer her though. If you gonna say that, if that's what you gonna say, how it really is, and life in this house ain't like that, then you never will. So she hit me with the, I ain't never get the blah, blah, blah. And I said, and you never will. And I would laugh just like that. And I walk off. And it worked. Believe it or not, it worked. Because I'm like, we're not going to act like we don't ever do stuff when we do. We're not gonna say this don't happen when it does. So that's what I mean about them. Even though it's ideal, and they don't have to. They can do what they want to do. I'm just critiquing here. But it's ideal. Like, I know that Colbert wouldn't have wanted that for him. I know that Deontay don't really mess with nobody, and I didn't understand what Charlo was doing. So, and I still don't understand to this day what his problem was with Charlo. But he was sporadic, right? Right? He had manufactured outrage all the time. He was unapproachable, He was starting to be repellent, you know, because people didn't know what to say to him, when to say, is he gonna snap? Is he gonna, even, I'm sure he could have been on Stephen A. Smith and what's that dude named Skip Bayless when they had the show back then, like years and years ago. But the way he act, it's like, do you trust to put him on? This nigga crazy. You would never tell your brothers, your cousins, and no young man younger than you, this how men act. You would never say that. And so we gave the Charlos a hard time, me included, because I had something to say. I don't never be too far left or too far right. But I did complain and I did say whatever. So if I can do that, then I can turn around and praise you too. I'm gonna say that here lately, and maybe about the last year, I'm pleased with Charlo. I ain't gonna say impressed, but pleased Well, how little Charlo has carried himself. He's less angry. The few video clips that I've seen, you can see is still with him a little bit, but he's less angry. He say less, and he's a little bit more chill. So I'm like, whoa. Now there's a video. I'm on this new device, y'all, so I didn't have a chance to pull it up. I'm gonna see while I'm talking to y'all if I could, but let me see. I don't know if I could, but there's a video out with Charlo from ES News. Have y'all seen that? Y'all can hit thumbs up or hit the big NO. If you haven't, let me see. I'm typing in ES News. Yeah. I want y'all to see this damn thing. Okay. Well, damn, it didn't do it. I don't know. I'm gonna try to get ES News. Yeah. I'm trying to search for it, yeah. Nope, it's not showing me the one I saw today. It's a small clip. Oh, I wish I had it. Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to look it through. It might be this one. We're going to try it out. If it ain't in the background. Okay, that ain't it. But it looked like the picture. But anywho, he was on a little small clip. It's like a minute clip, and him talking about Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, which not bad. He was just talking as the guy asked his opinion, and Charlo actually said something that we all know is true, but I don't know. Sometimes in boxing we get dumbfounded, or we turn our logic off, like we don't know this to be true. He said, well, I can't never get mad at somebody trying to get the bag. He really won't talk about Tank. He was talking about Ryan, and he was, in a way, he was congratulatory. Like, yeah, that's a good thing. And hey, that's what you got to do. You got to go get that bag. And I always tell you guys, money, power, respect, key to life. That's what all y'all, and sorry to stereotype men, but that's what all you guys really, in my opinion, be thinking about. Every man I've met, I haven't met a man yet that play around with his ends. Am I lying? Let a sister know, because that would be the first man in all my living on earthdom that I met that a man play with his ends. He don't play with his money. No man do. I don't care if he's a poor guy, a middle class guy, or a rich guy, or wealthy, or an elite guy. It don't matter. I ain't met a man yet that don't play with his money. You don't play with his money, and he's serious about that. Martin King said Jarrell Miller versus Lucas Brown, rounds heavyweights Friday night. He laughing, and he said Chris Colbert needs this win. Yeah, I'm sure he do. He talked a lot of stuff. The zone popping Saturday. Then you say Gilberto Ramirez versus Gabriel Rosado. Damn, Gabriel Rosado get a lot of fights. He lose a lot too, but I like him. 12 rounds light heavyweight. Oh, he done moved up again. He said, Jermell, my guy. That's your guy. I don't praise ninjas though, but he be acting like one. Shit. XO Factory is in the building. Was Papa King said Queen T was good, big sis. Nothing much. Haven't been following Charlo lately, Queen. I mean, he ain't trying to be seen. That's my point. Dude been acting like what you would want a responsible 30-something-year-old dude to act like. He ain't been out there in the streets, like I said, with that manufactured outrage that him and his brother seem to be carrying half the time. I'm pleased. I ain't say I was impressed. So I'm pleased with how he's carrying himself. Seem like he well adjusted, more settled down, happier, whatever the fuck. Cause you know how the Charlo can turn it up. He can turn that shit on at any minute. Uh uh XO said MKB was good with you, bro. Uh y'all talking to each other. Chilling like a villain. MKB, me too, bro. Just left our son game. Nice, bro. I don't play either, Queen. Yeah, see, I know I'm broke and ain't playing. Rosado getting hurt, sir. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So um he did a little snippet on ES News. Y'all could probably find it. And they were, talking about, this is coming off the Tim Tsyzu and Harrison. So you know that Charlo is gonna be more vocal. So y'all be looking to see him out there getting interviews or talking and everything, because he got a fight pending with Tim Tsyzu. But Tim Tsyzu just had this big fight with Harrison, and a lot of things have been gleaned from this fight with Harrison. Now I'm gonna talk a little bit, but not to get sidetracked. Harrison had a tactic. He's the best shit talker out there. Like at first, when I first became aware of him, is when he fought Jermell Charlo the first time. I didn't really like how he talked. It was so vulgar. It was just like hurting my ears. But after a while, I was like, oh, that's his. You know how you can say that's a person love language, that's their boxing language. You know what I'm saying? And I guess he's like that when it come time to, get in front of the cameras or leading up to the fight. And then Harrison can sell a fight. And this is something I'm gleaning right now. The man can sell a fight. And guess what? Some of his ways is rubbing off on Alicia Baumgartner too. This is all a good thing, because now I understand it more. But Harrison had a tactic with Tim Tsyzu, and I don't know if you guys peeped it. It's almost like he knew something about Tim that Tim didn't want nobody to know. And I can speculate further, but out of respectfully, I'm not going to do that. But Harrison kept saying a lot of shit that you just wouldn't think Harrison would say. When he kept saying, I like him, I like him. He just kept saying that. I want to hug him, I want to kiss him. I'm like, what? And then he said something about, they asked him, what you think of Tim, and he was like talking about, well, y'all can think I'm skinny, don't keep on thinking that or whatever. He said, but I know the dude weight drained without. He went right into the dude's lips. Never once in the whole time he was saying pause. So y'all already know what I'm talking about. He just kept doing that. And Tim Tsyzu, after a while, I had to start looking at Tim's responses. One thing of note that Harrison said leading up to the fight was that it's about the bag and how important money is. And I was like, man, I always say that about y'all guys. It's always the bottom line. It ain't the only thing, but it is definitely y'all bottom line. And girls too. But he said that, but he kept talking about Tim Tsyzu like he was going to spill the tea about something that Tim Tsyzu did not want to be spilt. And Tim had that nervous look, like he didn't want to cross the line too much and he didn't know how far to take him. Harrison made some great points. He said, Tim Tsyzu, I don't know how you got here. Like, 1 minute you Tim Tsyzu, you do what you got to do for the people they put in front of you. But how do you get up to this level where you're going for all the belts? Who notable have you had the pleasure of being in the ring with? We don't know you to be kicking ass like talking about it. You just had a fight with Goucher and you did well. And I was like, you know what? That's true. Now let me go ahead and put this out, because I know some people, Bud haters, going to be like, why Bud chiming in? This is a potential opponent for Bud. Who knows? If he beats Charlo, Bud coming after him. If Charlo ducks him or whatever and gets stripped of the belt, Tim Tsyzu more than likely going to have the WBO. So again, Bud's coming after him. So when you talk shit, I always agree, you can do that type shit with your potential opponents. That's why, like I said, I never said that Charlo shouldn't have said nothing about Bud. But I'll critique what he said. I critique what Bud say or didn't say, or what Earl say or didn't say. But if they was, on the heavyweights back, I'd be like, what the fuck y'all talking about? Y'all not even up there. Like, mind your business, If you can't say nothing nice, I mean, you can give your opinion, but all that extracurricular shit, no. You know what I'm saying? But I always agree. If these are potential opponents, you have the right as a boxer to speak your mind about this person. Only thing Bud said was he's because I saw E Thriller show and IO was talking about it and he couldn't remember verbatim what Bud had said, but what Bud basically said was he talking a lot of stuff. I hope he can back up everything he's saying. Now, some people can look at that like, oh, now you being nice to Charlo. Like you basically telling who you got between Charlo and Zoo. Cause Charlo is his next opponent. And Tim Tsyzu was like, what's my motherfucking name? Now that had double meaning. A lot of people think he was letting the whole division know he here, but he was also talking to Harrison. Because Harrison kept saying, who are you? What you doing? And he kept calling him Timothy. And Tim Tsyzu had to correct him a couple of times in one interview, say, my full name is Tim, not Timothy. And then Harrison come right back around and said Timothy. Of course, getting under his skin and shit. Sir Aunt Bo is in the building. What's popping, King? I see you. And Dan Tan is in the building. What's popping, King? I see you. But yeah, that was going on. I don't know if you guys looked at all the little snippets of Harrison and Tim Tsyzu, but it was weird as hell. I was like, where is Harrison going with this? He was really trying to get under his skin. He said when Tim Tsyzu pulled up to one of their press conferences, he said, man, he got out the car like a diva, like he was Beyonce or something. I'm telling y'all, it's something about Tim Tsyzu. He ain't ready to share with the world. It ain't my place to share. But Tony was talking like he knows. And like he would spill the bean, when you talking to a loose cannon and you don't know what to say to them or whatever. But that was Tony's way of getting it in his head. But Tony was right. Who have you fought notable that we know? While you are sitting here now at the precipice of fighting for all the belts. So Tim Tsyzu answered that question pretty much. It don't matter. He was ranked. It was his turn. It's his turn up or whatever. I do believe Charlo did have a broken hand. Charlo, in getting questions asked about, I guess, Tim Tsyzu and Harrison, but he talked about Javante and Ryan. And he was like, I can't get mad, man. Ryan going for that bag. You got to go for the bag and blah, 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 the bag. And I'm like, Charlo, what happened to shut up, humble yourself, take less? What happened to that, Charlo? See, shit like that make my spidey senses go off because I'm listening. I remember, I'm more concerned about fairness and stuff and being across the board. And when I say I understand Charlo a little bit better, I say, you know what? All that shit that he took us through as boxing fans, all this manufactured outrage, all this bullshit that he talked about with different opponents and all, it was always for the money. Charlo is changed. He's more settled. He's more, what he said wasn't wrong about Tank and Ryan, but the purse bids haven't been released. We know the fight is official, but they gonna release what those two gentlemen get in purse, just like they release everybody else's. But somehow with Bud Crawford, and this is how I'm bringing Bud into it. With Bud Crawford, everybody denied what his purses were, but they don't deny everybody else's purse. But they all get, released and made available to the public in the same manner and fashion. So I'm like, If we don't trust what Bud got, then we can't trust what Tim Tsyzu and Harrison got, or Charlo and Tim Tsyzu gonna get, or Tank and Ryan gonna get, for that matter. But for Charlo to even say that, it's all about the bag. Oh, now it's about the bag. And then I started thinking about it. Was it Jermell Charlo that had the run in with Danny Jacobs in the hallway? It was that big Charlo. One of them. Y'all saw that. Y'all saw that video clip. Charlo was talking cash shit, as he should. He can. I ain't mad at that. And Danny coming down the hall. Oh, there you go. Danny got right up in his face. Now, I never classified that as Danny punked him, but if I had to say whose energy was stronger, who was the dominant male at that time, I'm gonna roll with Danny. Just by the presence, the energy, the whatever. What did Danny say? That shut Charlo to me all the way down. I'm touching M's. I'm touching M's. Remember when Danny said that? Charlo kind of whimpered down. When I think about all the credit and the respect that they give to Canelo, who don't give them any respect, won't y'all fight each other? That's what Canelo thought about you. But why? Because Canelo, you can gauge that Canelo have no interest in fighting Big Charlo. He ain't gonna come down to 154 to fight Little Charlo. He ain't gonna fight Big Charlo unless he move up, and he still don't want to fight him. Why you give him all this respect? Because of the money. So I was like, ooh, so it's all about the money, right? I said, now, sometimes when people get exposed, they expose themselves. They can expose their opponents. They can expose the people that think the same as they do. And this is the nugget I picked up. I understand now, because I couldn't, for the life of me, one thing about Bud is why they all denied that Bud got 10 million. Because if you don't deny it, if you deny it, then you can avoid, treating them with respect like you do Canelo. Like Danny had to tell him, I'm touching M's. You know what I'm saying? Shut a motherfucker down. But if he do make that much, then you got to respect him. And you don't want to. You want to believe that you better, so you got to take away all his accomplishments. I said, oh, and I'm seeing that. Not that I ain't kind of see it before with other people, but Charlo, that little snippet of him talking about the money in the purse. I was like, my first thought in my head was, well, what's the difference from anybody who they release their purse? I mean, that's what they do. So you out the bag now? Shut up, humble yourself, take less. These are things I remember. You don't feel that way now? It's about the bag, except when it comes to Crawford. Crawford ain't got nothing to do with this whole program today, but I had to throw that in because keep the same energy, my boy. Keep the same energy. But it's the fight that Harrison and Tim Tsyzu had. Do y'all think that Jermell is ready for it? Because just like I said, that talk of, yeah, it's all about the bag. You see Jermell out with his lady, with his wife. I want to be respectful. His wife, and he's calm. He seemed like he could put a smile on his face. He just commentated the Tim Tsyzu Harrison fight without a hitch. I'm sure Brian Custer and Abner Morris was waiting for the old Charlo to show up, but he didn't. I'm sure they was pleasantly surprised at the well-behaved Charlo, because he was. Did the money change him? Because if y'all don't remember, Charlo, when he got his undisputed title, was that last year or the year for last? Whenever he fought Castano, the second time when he won. When he was getting on the plane to go back home, he showed y'all his $10 million check in his hands. He got paid. Was that supposed to be the bulk of his money? I don't know, but he got paid $10 million. I've never seen Charlo show a check before that, ever. But he got paid. Now, Charlo is also, little Charlo, kind of live in his brother's shadows. That's how it is. Unfortunately for twins, as good as the beautiful thing about twins that we all like, and how they have the commonality and the closeness, twins can have that competitive thing between them too, because a lot of times twins want to stand on their own 10 toes and be counted for as an individual, and people won't just let that happen, and I'm guilty of it too, as well as the rest of the world. So he got to come from behind his brother's shadows, being competitive. I think Charlo has reached a point in his life when he got that undisputed, that he know he won. He surpassed his brother. As far as being a dog and being a fight, he's the more reliable between the two. He's the one who's gonna show up and want to fight. He ain't gonna be ducking and nothing like that. He probably make more money. Well, I'm gonna say probably, but we kind of know he probably, more than likely he does, considering what Big Charlo went through with his wife and the stuff about the finance and everything. He's set for life. He seemed more adjusted or well adjusted. He seemed like an adult. And we're not used to seeing him like that. But for him to say it's about the bag now, which is crazy, because Tony Harris alluded to that leading up to the fight with Tim Tsyzu. Like, he couldn't believe he got the fight. It was about the money for him. You can't say it won't. He might have wanted to win, but it was also about the money. He said, man, just cut my check. Man, you pay me now. If I don't have to fight and you pay me, like, basically take a step aside, he'll do it. Tony Harris said that leading up to the fight. And then you got Charlo coming back around talking about the importance of getting the bag. Never really heard Charlo talk about that or like that. So he went in on all cylinders. He became a father again recently. Not that long ago, I think he had a little baby with his wife. They ain't on social media having that manufactured outrage that they were having. He seemed well adjusted. He say less. You know what I'm saying? He was actually good as far as commentating. There was no hate, no malice. It's weird. So has the money changed? Because we know that 80% money changes for the worse. Sometimes it changes you for the good. Sometimes it don't change you at all. But most of the time, 9 times out of 10, money changes people for the worse. So that's my question to you guys. Is he even ready for Tim Tsyzu? Let me go through some of these chats. MKB, me too, bro. Just left son game. You said you don't play with ends. You said Joseph Diaz Jr. versus Mercito Jester 10 rounds. He giving me the boxing schedule. Said Harrison fooled me. I had the ninja winning. Laugh out loud. I'm not falling for it again. I heard, like I said, I was listening to some other people's channels. I'm agree with Stephen Brimley on this one. I do think that Tony Harris has lapse of non-focus. But I see what IOT TBA was saying too. I agree with both of those gentlemen. But I do think he was not focused as much. I think what he wanted, he got. He secured the bag. He got Tony on his meme. And that, what's my motherfucking name? Everybody try to say, oh, that was just at the division. That's their way of selling and bigging it up. But he was saying that shit specifically to Tony too. Because Tony pulled the Ali situation when the guy kept calling him Cassius, and Ali said, you will announce my name from the flat of your back. And he made him, he beat the shit out that dude. He kept him around because he was like, because the dude was trying to be funny, call him Cassius, when he's like, nigga, my name is Ali. Say, you will announce my name from the flat of your back. and I think that's I think Tim Tsyzu was channeling his Muhammad Ali moment. So it was double meaning when he said, "What's my motherfucking name?" You could say he was telling that to the whole division, but I'm gonna tell you, Tim Tsyzu and Jermell Charlo need to cut Tony Harrison a check, because I'm gonna tell you, this fight between Tim Tsyzu and Charlo was in the making or been made since last summer, and they wasn't catching flight with that. I mean, nobody was pressed about that. We would have looked at it, but nobody was tripping. And now this fight happened between Zoo and Harrison, and shit, people's like, I can't wait to see this Charlo and Zoo fight. And when I drop the link, you guys can talk to that. But have y'all seen the difference in Jermell Charlo? Because I have. He said Charlo has to say what he mean and do it. Defend your undisputed or shut the fuck up. He said, man says, say my motherfucking name, and see, Charlo don't have the luxury of a tune-up. He might can't get that tune-up. Unfortunate for him. He said, legendary status. Dan Tan said, salute Queen. So let me see if I can do this. I'm on a different device. This shit. It did that. Why? I don't know. Okay, now it's working. Yeah, I'm on a different device. I got me a laptop, y'all. I'm trying to use this damn thing. So, there. I dropped the link. I said this could be Creed 4. Dan said Bud tweeted he talking crazy. Bud just basically was saying he talking a lot of stuff. I hope he can, back up what he's saying. I don't think that was wrong. Some people might say, like, this notion that Bud can't say a goddamn thing, or like it's more than what it is. He never, in a sense, you can say Bud is leaning to Charlo to beat Zoo. In a sense, you can think that Bud is thinking that. What I think is that Tim Tsyzu is saying a lot. We don't know what Charlo gonna do, because now his friend that moved up to 154. Now Earl Spence has always maintained, if the money right, and there's no hesitation with Earl when he's saying he will fight Charlo for the money if it's correct. They don't want to lose that friendship, but Earl understands it's a business. He can fight Charlo and be friends with him later. I think the other way around is gonna be a problem for Charlo, because I don't think he wants to go that route. ATL, what's up? What's up, bro? What's popping? Modern King is up in here. Black Grass Podcast. What's popping with you? Hold on, Modern King. Let me get my shout outs. Okay. I don't see some of y'all. When I see y'all, I see y'all. But ATL, you talking to folks. Okay, Modern King, what you think from what I was just pontificating about?
You know what? I feel like you broke down the whole storyline of what's gonna transpire, and I feel like I'm always on the same page with you, boxing fans talk TV. Like I tell people all the time, women talk boxing too. When I shared it, that's what I said, because you have a great platform and you're an American who loves boxing, who tries to bring people back to boxing. So
Mhm.
I'm kind of like on the same page with you. Like it ain't about agreeing with you. It's about like that's how I look at the situation. We
Mm.
have a young, scrappy Tim Tszyu who just beat a guy better than Jermell Charlo beat him. I feel, because
Yeah,
it
he
was
did.
really like he was playing with him. It was crazy. Like I just saw. I couldn't even comment on the video that I made about him. I just put like up Teddy Pendergrass. I never loved TKO. Like that's what I put. Like the nigga got slumped. He got slumped, and it was bad from the third round on. And I was rooting
Mhm.
for Tim, and I was rooting for Tony. That's the messed up part. But he had no legs after the third round. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, I agree like wholeheartedly as far as like Jermell Charlo really has to. He can't like step back from the situation. If he steps back from this situation, he's gonna be just like how I feel that the other fights go when it comes to Americans. Not I don't care where the fight at. Go where the bag at. If you're a champion, go where the fucking bag's at.
Yeah, that's true. What you think about Jermell Charlo's disposition in life right now? Like he's different. Do y'all notice that?
I don't hold him like in a bad place like his brother because I don't follow them that closely. But I feel like Jermell Charlo is a true champion. He's a lineal champion, and he has to do lineal things. That's what I feel about Jermell Charlo. I have no gripe against Jermell Charlo, but I'm gonna be unbiased when it comes to him because I understand he just broke his hand. But like, hey man, this man is calling you out. This is gonna be like your biggest moment. This is how you get stardom. This is how you get like star power globally. You gotta fight this dude. You can't say I'm gonna take a tune up. You can't. If you say that, I'm done with you. I'm done with
Well,
you because
he don't have time to do no tune-up because he already behind the power curve by having an injury in the first place. You know,
exactly. And
Tim
he
was just staying
proved his
busy.
point, Miss T.
Mm.
Yeah, and he proved his point when Jermell Charlo was told by the WBO to give us more proof. He went and did that. So I believe him. I don't have no disrespect for Jermell Charlo. The man lives up to what he is, undisputed champion of the world at junior middleweight division, and I appreciate that. Super welterweight division. It goes both ways, and he's the shining. That should be PBC's poster child, Jermell Charlo to me. He should be PBC's poster child for being the
I
best who
wouldn't go
always
that
fought
far
the
now.
best.
I
He
wouldn't go
has.
that far.
He's
What's up,
fought
Miss
Just his
T?
all of them.
behavior. What's up,
He's
Birdman? Hold
fought
on
them
one
all,
second,
Miss
Birdman.
T.
But the
He's fought
thing
them
why the
all.
thing why I wouldn't why I know I agree with you on that part. I wouldn't go that far because you gotta have the temperament and behavior under control to be somebody poster child. Else you can fuck up the bag that way too. But
You
Hey,
know what?
he's beginning better.
You know what? And
He's
great point.
getting
His first fight with Harrison, I was looking at all of the comments around the globe, and everybody was bigging him up. But then he lost that momentum because how he acts. He doesn't understand that he can be like a global icon if he put his mind to it. People respect Jamel Charlo, but he just
hey,
kind of
I'm
he
a
has
butt
those
in real
lapses.
fast. I
um,
agree because I believe at 154 he's the most dangerous boxer in the face of boxing, and that's why you don't see too many people calling him out. And Tim Tszyu, he gonna get what he deserves because there ain't no way he can stand toe to toe with Charlo. That's just my opinion. I've been watching Charlo since he started, and it's a different kind of animal. And all that stuff sounds good that dude's saying, but he just sit there the whole time. Harrison didn't do nothing really. Dude just didn't bob and weave or nothing like that. Tim Tszyu won't do that same stuff in front of Charlo.
now let me ask you this. Okay, some could say or argue that the ring wasn't big enough because Harrison liked to move around a lot. That ring was kind of small. You think that mattered? I ain't saying that as an excuse. Either
Hey,
way you
I
call
bet you Tim Tszyu get a bigger ring when he faces Charlo because if he don't, that's a sitting duck to me. Charlo can move around in a big ring and a small ring. He's got good foot movement,
Yep.
good head movement, and good counters. And the only thing I see about Tim Tszyu, he's a two-trick pony, not a one-trick pony. That little uppercut, and then he
yeah.
waits to the person throw them through. Charlo was watching that the whole time. He was commentating. I was like, man, this is gonna be an easy walk. I'd rather see him fight Castino again than fight Tim Tszyu. I mean, Tim's just take punches, but he ain't gonna take that kind of punch when it comes to Charlo.
But here's the thing: can Tim's power hurt Charlo? You see, it hurt Harrison.
Charlo can get stung. Even Harrison stung. It was a different type of Harrison the night he fought Charlo than the night he fought Tim Tszyu. Take the Tim Harrison that Tony Harrison that fought Charlo the first fight, and
Mm.
then or the second fight, and let Tszyu be in there. It wouldn't even end like that because
You
his
think so
fist was
too, Martin
his
King?
head. Tony Harrison's got that J Rock syndrome. They box beautifully when they want to. Some of the best boxing you can see in boxing, but when they off. And dude was off.
Mm.
It was pathetic.
It was very pathetic. I agree with Birdman. It was kind of like
Mm.
sad, really. I couldn't even cheer after the third round. I stopped scoring. I like, man, this dude ain't even showing up. His legs was gone.
Right.
He was a shot fighter. So Tszyu's win does look like it's like overhyped. Don't get me wrong, So
Hmm.
I do hold Jermell Charlo in a higher standard as far as him being able to do angles and
Uh-huh.
box, turn people. I respect Jermell Charlo. I've always respected Jermell Charlo. But it is what it is. I just hope he don't try to take a rematch. I hope he don't try to do a tune-up. Fight this
But
motherfucker. Go with a bag.
well,
Fuck
if he takes a tune up, you got to think he just trying to see where that hand is because I ain't gonna say even though what's his name Zoo, he's a he's a dangerous fighter. He might not be the fastest, but he's dangerous, and so he wants to see where his hand is because he's gonna have to use a lot of power to get that guy out of there. I think.
it. Yup.
Now, what you think that can derail Charlo and his defense against Zoo? Because I already know what I'm gonna say. What y'all say?
Well, all you got to do, Charlo's good at countering, so I mean his defense is always impeccable. He might have to tighten up that front face guard a little bit when it goes to if he does get on the ring, but he
What you think?
counters off of that.
What you think, Martin King?
From watching him his last fight, I really feel like he knows what his complete game looked like now, and I think he'll keep that same energy. And I hope his hand don't be the problem as far as him being able to keep his distance, turn him, do what he got to do, pot shot him. Because Tim Tszyu seemed like a stationary boxer to me. He doesn't seem like somebody who's going to move around and follow Charlo. So I just feel like he could just start, finish where he left off at his last fight and beat him. I really feel that way.
You know what Charlo's worst enemy is?
Himself.
Himself. Because he's an emotional person. That part of his outrage and his outburst was real. He's an emotional person. But, some of that shit that him and his brother used to do, that manufactured shit, it won't hit no shit. It was a front row seat actually to some bullshit. And I couldn't stand it. And it was childish like, I bet you they have set themselves back more than they know just by doing that shit. But once Charlo got that 10 million for becoming undisputed, that nigga changed. Have anybody else other than me seen that?
Oh, you got to think he got that. He signed with Drake on OVO, so he got that. Then he got another gig that he signed with another clothing company. I don't know if it's Armani or not. They signed him, so he was touching a couple M's. Then all of a sudden, he got paid that 10 million that you're talking about. I never saw him show it, but I just want to see him do good, man, because he tarnished his career far as the antics that he did, and people knew that he was a bad dude, and so that was just one of the excuses they could use to go along with him. I don't want to fight this loose cannon, you know.
Yeah, stroke my deek. I'm hoping I'm saying that night. Welcome to the building, bro. What's up, King? He said, hey, bro, what's your opinion on Eddie Hearn's beef with Mike Hawks Hawksard regarding the Fury fight? Would appreciate a shot watching from UK. I don't even know who Mike Hawksard. Y'all know who that is?
Nah, I saw that. Nah, I don't know what that is.
Eddie Hearn just want to be the alpha male. All of them. All of them niggas, the promoters, managers, all of them want to be. It's a dick swinging contest. That's what they look like to me. I leave the building when y'all start doing that shit. You notice
All
I
right,
put the jacket on all y'all. My bad. I say when y'all. He said, I'm
yo,
just saying no much.
Miss Miss T,
What's
Miss
up?
T. You see my message I left in your chat the other night after we went through that war and shit with well, at least I went through that war with Big Fish. I left a message in this section. I was just like, yo, I don't hate nobody. That's what I was saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't, look, my mama had the old saying like, "Hey, we too young on this earth to hate anybody." I used to say when I was young, like, when can you be old enough to hate? The answer is, as I got older, I'm like, hey, the answer is no age. You don't live on this earth long enough to hate nobody. You shouldn't
Exactly.
even be in the hating business. Andrew Charles, I see you, King. He said salute, King. Andrew. But yeah, but that's who I think who will hurt Charlo. But this soft, kind of gentle, like Charlo, I don't know. He making me think. It's not like I'm trying to harken back and call back the old Charlo, because I'm glad he burying that one. But this softer kind, I'm like, shit, it's a such thing as money can soften you. What y'all think about that? Because, like I said, I seen when he got on his airplane and he pulled up his 10 million. And look, I have been watching his little show that he had, his little YouTube show,
Yeah,
and he hired like professionals to do it. He was really into it. Won't no rinky dink, whip bam, thank you, ma'am, little thing he was doing. He put some effort and time and money into that because they had a real song and all this stuff. And I think Jermell has surpassed his brother because, like I said, even it's unfortunate, like all of us compared them two together. And I know both of them want to be like 10 toes down, just judged as an individual. But when you're a twin, that's what happens in the world. You know what I'm saying? So Jermell and him always had, him and Jamal had, they had competition between each other. They have had brutal fights out in public, like verbally between
yeah,
each other. And so I think when Jermell got undisputed, he surpassed everybody. He's the king, and the division is deep as hell. Like that division, as far as some real boxers, some real dudes, that division is better probably than all of the divisions because it's like everybody you name got some shit. Like they can do some shit
You're
in that
right.
division.
and you know what? And to piggyback off of that, I think Showtime realizes that they have to let Jermell Charlo like blossom even more, like because they had him like on a like a via Australia type live. You see what I'm saying? Like they
Mhm.
know that he can be bigger than what he is, so they risking it with him because they know that he's capable of it. You see what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
I give Showtime props for that. For like via airing that shit, they'll say like, look, we're gonna fight this motherfucker. We don't care where it's at on the globe. Wherever the money at, that's where they should fight at. It shouldn't be in Texas. If Texas ain't got the money, put that shit where it's gonna have the money at. Cause look at Clarissa Shields, what she did. She went over there and fought the
They can't
fucking.
go to Texas, y'all.
She went to the
I'm
fought the monster fucking in Europe some damn where, and she kicked their ass. 2 million views. That's how many views she got on Top Rank on
yeah.
ESPN Plus.
Look at the pay-per-view for Serrano and that other chick when they was in Madison Square Garden. They cracked over 1 million.
Exactly.
None
But
of
we
your
know who the
favorite
GOAT is.
fighters
But
out
we
there
know
did
who the GOAT
this.
is though, boxing fans talk to. It's Clarissa Shields, the GOAT of this shit. She always been like that, fighting everybody. And that's what these men need
Yeah.
to do. Fight everybody. Wherever the money at,
Yes.
that's where you fight at.
But the girls, not trying to have a competition between the girls and the guys. The girls are fighting the best. They trying to put the best fights on. Who you want to see match up? They trying to put those together. And all the dudes is running for public office.
Exactly. They want to fight in Vegas and New York still. Local. They doing the
They
same
want
shit
to,
AB
we
was
can't
doing.
do it because of this.
Yeah.
We can't do it because of that. But when he spoke on, now I know y'all probably be like, damn, T, you always bring it back to Bud. Both of y'all tell me. when he spoke on it's about the money. I can't blame because he was bigging up Ryan. If y'all remember, I can't remember which one of them. I want to say it was Jamal who had a lot to say about Tank back in the day. Like it wasn't nothing favorable. But I know they got past that or whatever. They didn't have some run-ins. But Jermell was bigging up Ryan in a sense, but not like overly doing it. But he was like, man, I ain't mad at the young man. He can get the bag, go get that bag. I was like, oh, it's about the bag now.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
I was like,
yeah, yeah.
what happened to shut up, be humble, take
Woo!
tests? You
Yo,
know what happened to that, Charlo? When
my
you
bad.
talking Terrence Crawford,
Exactly.
and
He
when you
surprised me
talking
with that
everybody
yesterday.
else, and I said,
He
you know
surprised.
what? I'm understanding him now. It was always about the money. I'm understanding Terrence haters. If you agree and accept the fact that Terrence got 10 million, guess what? You gotta respect him, cause ain't that what y'all men do? Am I lying? Am I lying? Cause I
You
know
ain't
a lot of
lying.
people say you reaching, Birdman. Am I lying? Hey,
You're
y'all
right.
He was on
money,
he was on that stablemate talk. He was talking about like shut up, take be
yeah.
humble. You know what I mean? Take
Yeah.
what you can get. Like, and now he's bigging up
Look,
Ryan. Like, come on, man, stop
no,
playing,
it's all
bro.
about the bag. I'm like, but if y'all accept that Terrence was getting paid what he was getting paid, you gonna have to start treating him like y'all treat Canelo. I'm just joking, but Canelo way out of his
I
reach. But you know what I'm
I
saying?
don't even treat Canelo like anything. I feel like if people say you're the best, they put you on the pound for pound to be the best. You got to represent. You ain't ducking and dodging no smoke, no matter how much money it is. The money's gonna come eventually, but a true champion is gonna take whoever they put in front of him, and it's rare that
I,
you get that nowadays in boxing.
I stopped hating Canelo when he fought that dude Callum Smith. When he fought that dude Callum Smith, I had big respect for Canelo after that. I was like, I can't say this motherfucker don't fight everybody. If he damn sure do fight.
I don't know, but he ducked them. He ducked my boyfriend Boo Boo. Uh,
He
True.
Kyle
ducked
is
both
in
brothers.
the yeah, yeah, he did. Kyle is in the building. Was Papa King the boxing section? What's up,
Salute,
Kyle?
Cal.
Go here. He said salute to my dogs. But I'm just saying, when Danny ran up on which one was that, Jermell or Jamal?
It was the bigger brother.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the bigger
remember how
brother.
he was talking slick before Danny ran up? And I'm not
Yeah,
saying he's scared of Danny, but Danny
Danny
was
didn't
like
want that smoke,
anxious.
Miss T.
But
Danny's
look,
just trying to brag about that money because he made it to the
Yo,
top of the boxing division when he was getting ready to fight Canelo. So he had the big head. He was just basically bragging and shitting on Charlo,
but
but Charlo knows that Danny didn't want to see him because Danny would have gotten that ring.
but listen.
Birdman though, to Danny's defense though, Charlo had a rough night in New York that night. I heard he got his fucking wallet took and all types of
Yeah,
shit.
I heard he
Like he
got
had a rough
robbed or
night in New York
something.
that night. He
But
was
P game, what I'm talking about. I because I was like, Danny, the way you've been looking, like I think Charlo would get you. But here's the thing: when he brought up the money, Charlo got quiet. BFTB, who the fuck? Hey,
yeah,
show
oh
your
yeah, because he
face.
knew he wasn't making no ends.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Show your face, BFTB. You never been here before, so I gotta make sure it's you. Um, can you show your face, please? Then I'll let you up. But yeah, when Danny
It'd
got in
be
his
ma-
face, it
it'd
was
be
like,
mad trolls.
yeah, because I don't know if it's a troll or not. BFTB, you never came to my show, and I don't know if it's you. So just please show your face before I let you in, because I don't want this to be a troll or something. But yeah, when Danny got up in his face and was like, "I'm touching M's," and it's like Charlo kind of petered out. He whimpered. I don't want to say whimpered that because I don't think he's scared of Danny, but that was the be all to end all. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
that.
think it
That
was I think
yeah.
it
Go
was the
ahead.
New York. I think it was the New York vibe that night because that was a good night of boxing in New York, and I just think it was the vibe that kind of got to Jamal. I don't think he was scared, but he was just like, "Oh shit, this is kind of deep now." Because Danny, he's comfortable in New York. Danny Jacobs is in New York for real, for real. Because like people love him because he beat cancer. You know what I mean? And he's still a good boxer. Even though I was mad he fucking GG made him stagnant. Like he was stagnant at the beginning of the fight, and GG that shit was whack how GG beat him, yo. I didn't like that.
Oh, okay, ATL. I see my big bro. He got me another case of water. Good looking out. Yeah, I told y'all I become one with that cash app. Miss T like cash apps too. He got me a case of water. Thank you,
Nice.
ATL. What's popping? That cash app right there on the screen. Uh
ATL doing the water.
Stroke Medique, same thing to you. Some of y'all are popping up. I'm not letting y'all on until you show me your face because I don't want no troll incident. I had a troll incident. Y'all can ask. I probably was the last Mohican not making people show their face, but all it took is
Yo,
one
Miss
person to
T.
mess it up.
Miss T, you just a small channel. Why they trolling you though?
I don't know. I don't
What's
know,
up with
but
that?
they don't want to show their face, so I'm not. I'm not gonna bring you up because I don't know you. Like Birdman, you ain't have to show your face. Martin King, actually, they used your name.
For real?
That troll, yeah. And then as soon as he pulled it up, I'm going out and talking. My hands ain't nowhere near the clicker. And motherfucker showed somebody jerking out. Ask ATL. He was mad as a bitch.
When was this?
I said, ATL, when was this? This was This wasn't that long ago. Some like maybe it was last week for sure.
They hate me, Miss T.
They hate you.
They hate me. It's
Tony
all
was his
good though.
name after Charlo too.
I'm
Yeah,
unbiased.
Tony. If somebody got a nerve to be ringing my bell, now this some bullshit right here. Let me get my piece. Hold up, hold up, y'all.
One thing I never do is troll nobody's fucking channel.
Bree, who is that? Okay, I'm looking out there. Look, I got cameras everywhere. Ice Wallow, come. Oh, now you trying to be funny? You trolling like you said. Well, I ain't even repeat that. What they say? Well, fuck you then too.
God
Look, I'm
damn.
not letting you in until you show me who you are. I don't have time for that dirty mess. You know, put my boy ATL on your ass. He don't got time for that shit. ATL was bothered like hell about that. I am too. But my hand was nowhere near the clicker. So when the whoever that was jerking off and shit, it's like you be dumbfounded, you fumbling around trying to get to the clicker.
They beat them hater motherfuckers.
Our money is in the building. Was popping king. I don't know who it is, but fuck them. You ain't coming through. And if you
Pretty
don't
much.
come here on the regular, and you gotta show your face. Sorry.
They like that
And
drama shit. I don't.
Andrew Charles said, I didn't listen to the commentary. I didn't know Charlo was calling the fight. I need to go back and check it out. Yeah, he was commentating.
And
It
I
was,
like the way he called what Tim Tsyzu was doing too. He called it
yeah.
perfectly.
And he was fair. And he
Hmm.
wasn't mad. Go figure.
I I just
Right,
saw at the
Birdman?
I just saw at the beginning before the fight where he was on the Showtime platform, and he was looking like he wanted to say something angry, but then he changed his mind. Jermell Charlo, he seemed like he's maturing, like he understand, like, look, man, I gotta be a little bit more professional and shit.
He said that on his last fight when he fought against Castino. He said that he's been working on himself and working on how he talks and treats people.
That's what's up. Cause he's a beast, yo. Jermell Charlo, I've always bigged him up, Birdman, from like I consider him like kind of like somebody who when he beat that dude remember he beat the Puerto Rican dude? When he beat that Puerto Rican dude, I made a
I know
video
you're
the
talking
next
about.
day. Yeah, that Puerto Rican dude. I was like, man, this dude right here is a true boxer because he hit him with that body shot. And it was like beautiful how he hit him to the body and he folded that motherfucker. I was like,
And I'm
damn.
gonna tell you too,
Look,
these guys when they want to fight Charlo, they thinking about it, should they get on something or not. Just like
mhm.
I think Steele was on something. Look at his back, all zitted out.
Hey, all these people, I know, right? That's a telltale sign. Uh, so all these people that keep trying to come out, I'm not gonna even repeat the name because I think as you say it, it sounds like something like you said. I'm getting trolled. And
Yeah, you
ATL
getting
said
trolled.
you're a no coochie getting ass motherfucker straight up. That what ATL told you. No coochie getting.
I don't believe they still going that route when it's like everybody just want to be fans. Don't nobody want to sit there and like keep going through like trials and tribulations because people have opinions. Like I'm just a boxing head, and,
That's
and
how
believe
I
it or
am,
not,
man.
yeah, Birdman, I know that. You know what I mean? I never see nobody disrespect like certain people that I know, but I'm not going to bring their names up. But I'm cool with them still. If I see them, like I still speak to them if they cool with me. But I'm not going to sit there and act like I'm not going. to You're not going to make me like not talk boxing. I come on her channel because she talk boxing. I go on everybody's channel because they talk boxing, and that's what it
Yeah,
is,
that's
yo.
how we
It's
do.
all
Like,
good.
yeah, I'm not. This ain't. I'm not making ends meet. I'm not paying bills with this bitch. I'm doing it for the fun.
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
look. I planted my flag for God and country already before I even came to this. I've been retired damn near a decade before I even came doing
I
this
was
shit.
Miss T. I wasn't mad. I bought that damn Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul fight though, because that undercard was fire. It was
Was
fire over in Saudi Arabia. That undercard.
I didn't look. I ain't. I missed
Oh
that
my
whole
god,
fight. I don't even be buying shit no more. Like I don't
you
even be
missed it.
doing that shit hardly no more. But
Yo,
I but
yo,
I
that
said
dude.
this Birdman, you gonna be shocked and Monica King because y'all heard me say clear as a bell that I protest PBC fights because how they be carrying shit. But
Of course,
I said that I will pay. to see Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. I would pay for that fight.
I'm on the fence about that one. I hope somebody can go half with me on that one because the
I'm gonna
undercard is.
pay for. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Nah, you good. You good.
What I was gonna say was the only thing I'm paying for is any of the Charlo fights and any of the what's that dude name I like? David Morrell fights. I'm gonna pay for all his fights.
Oh yeah, David Burrell he's a beast. He's a beast. I
Uh,
like him.
that's who. That's who. When David Benavidez doing all that talk, and notice he said everybody named that he wants that smoke with, except for David Morrell. Why is that?
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Because he got them angles and he got that reach. He could probably keep David Benavidez at bay. Like, dude is nice, bro.
Hey, dude, I fell in love with boxing over again when I watched his last fight. Him destroying that dude. Shit.
It took me
Besides
a while to
watching,
get it. Yeah, it took me a
besides
while to
watching
get into
watching
David
three,
Burrell.
that Dave
Yeah,
Morrell is my second best fight, minus the Charlo, even the Charlo fight. So three good fights. One was fake, the other two was real.
I
Look,
heard that.
dude he said, what's he call him? Touch, yeah, whatever. I ain't saying the name. He said, fam, trying to join. Listen, if you trying to join, you're gonna show your fucking face. I don't know what's hard about that. I'm not in the mood for the nastiness. This ain't that kind of channel. Take your ass to nasty shit if that's what you about. But I'm not into it over here.
You know how it works, Miss T. When you start speaking the truth about boxing and showing a light on certain things in boxing,
Mhm.
that's when you're gonna get the trolls. So you might as well expect it. So you know, think that as something of an achievement. You must be doing something right.
Exactly.
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 I
I
bigged
see
you up the
just like
other night
y'all
on my channel. I bigged you up, Miss T. Every time I
did.
go to a great channel, I big them up. I'm like, oh, I gotta show Miss T's channel because that's what it is. Like you have people that actually have camaraderie and who enjoy the sport for what they see it as a good thing on the good days, and the bad days
Mhm.
too. If that's the case, you want to tell the truth, you know.
We be critiquing, but we try to be fair. Do I poke fun at some folks? Yeah, I do. Y'all know. And
Yeah.
speaking of poking fun,
You better keep Earl Spence name out your mouth, Miss T. We're gonna go at it.
speaking
It's
of
time.
which, you
It's
know
time.
how I do. Oh, he's back in the front. Look, when we talk about your boy right here in his formal dress wear,
Oh.
Earl the Nut Digger Spence.
I should have known she was gonna say that.
But that is about as harmless as I am, you know. I don't
I forgot. I forgot about hitting people in the balls until Miss T pulled it up.
and I ain't even been saying it lately, have I, Martin King? But
Nope. That's what I'm
he
saying. I
do
forgot
do
about.
that. I showed a video. I
That's
mean, what you
okay.
want me to act like I don't see it?
When he body bag you, man, you're gonna have to take all that back.
He said, I'm
Crawford
showing
gonna
this.
dance on that nigga, bro. I
Hey,
think Crawford gonna beat him in the orthodox stance. If they ever fight, I think
Hey,
Crawford gonna beat him in the orthodox
and
stance.
hey, man, you need to go ahead and put 1,000 on that, then.
Oh
but
man,
yeah, you should
damn.
see these people. The
We
guy
can go
above you
five
in the
to a
chat.
thousand.
I
Hey,
got
ATL,
400
the
on
guy
Ryan,
above you
bro.
in
I
the chat.
fucked up
I
with
think
that
you
one. I hope
told
I
him.
win, yo.
You put 400 on
I think you
Ryan?
told him.
200 between two content creators, so I'm fucked.
Hey, look. With Ryan and Tank, if I had the money, I bet on both of them. Because you never
No,
know.
I'm gonna
listen,
have to do
I
like a Bovada bet. I'm gonna have to do like a Bovada bet to get my money back if Ryan loses shit.
Ryan gonna have to
Right.
show me something, man, because I think the last fight time I saw Ryan fight somebody was that African guy, right, that ran around the ring for 12 rounds and Ryan couldn't do
Yeah.
nothing. He finna be
Oh yeah.
lost in there with Tank, man. I can't believe you
But
made
look,
that bet.
the Tank,
Yeah,
Tank
yeah, that was
do
like 8 months
get hit.
ago, yo. I fucked up.
Tank,
I didn't think they was gonna fight and shit.
but Tank do get hit in the front. Like, not a lot, but he do get caught because he is one of the best setting trap motherfuckers I've ever seen. So
No
soap
doubt.
drop. Well, look at the soap drop. Look at that. And he ha ha ha. That's so funny. You so clever. You so sweet. I could stab you with a candy cane. But
Yo,
listen,
it amazes me. Like when I go to channels and like I realize that those are channels that I frequented, and then when I see that they have names that like are troll names, I always
mhm,
walk away from those channels because why would I be on a channel that you give them a wrench too, and they have like all of these names of people who like from the past. I'm like, man, why are y'all giving these people a platform to disrespect somebody else's channel? If you're gonna say it to their face and put your
He
face on
said,
it.
he said
One
watching
account.
from Nigeria. Now, see, the first person to try to come in was BFTB. You can't mistake this dude. This dude that had a channel longer than me. He has more followers than me. He is more successful in his podcast than I am. I
Yeah.
know who BFTB is. So whoever that who took his name and try to come through here, they ought to be ashamed of
No
themselves. Like,
life.
stop
No
using
life.
other people's
Ain't got
motherfucking
no
name.
life.
And I'm glad that I did not let that person in, because right now I'm feeling like you took his name. Because if I'd have said showed your face, I'm quite sure BFTB would have showed his face, but he didn't.
Exactly.
Right. Because
Exactly.
So
BFTB right now is probably on KO Boxing channel, probably putting a judge a debate right now. See?
yeah. Oh, that dude asked me to go to that. I wasn't walking into that trap, bird, man.
Well, they want you to debate.
I wasn't walking into his trap. They bias over there. They bias, and that's okay. It ain't the end of the world. But bias ain't my thing. And this dude right here, Soap, whatever, he tell me so he from Nigeria. I don't give a fuck if you was from Mineral, Tennessee. Show your goddamn face, nigga.
Anonymous
Especially
P, on KO's channel, reason he probably invited you over there because you know boxing, and you, even though you got a small channel, you got a powerful voice, and people usually get good information. I mean, a lot of good information off of you. So he was just basically probably trying to see where you at on knowledge, comparing like if they would
I
say
I
Tank
I
versus Ryan.
I don't have nothing personal against KO because he didn't do me greasy when I was there. But some of his the people on this channel, that's why I say I'm not I ain't with all that drama.
I feel
Like you
you.
said, you want to debate me, you come over here. I'll let you speak. You can curse me out, all that shit. I'll let you speak at least. But when I'm trying to talk, I will mute your ass or pull you to the back. Like I've done that to
exactly.
my own brother, ATL, because ATL famous for talking over you. I'm talking about you, bro, but I'm telling the truth.
Y'all
You know
must have
I'm
been
telling
trying
the
to
truth.
dog out Spence. I don't blame him. We'll go.
Nah.
We'll take a mute. We'll take a
Little
mute.
ATL. Little ATL Birdman take it up for you. I said I had to pull ATL because he'll be talking like, can I get it out, nigga? Shit. I'll be like, man, I ain't one of the people like y'all gotta understand. It's not that I don't like to debate. I actually am a great debater. I went to school and I did this shit. But the thing is, when I was growing up, you know how you don't like look at ATL. Now I gotta wait. You don't like when when people loud copy and shit. That was what I went through with my sister, and I'm the youngest one. So imagine all them years I had to put up with that with my sister, and I be like, man, if I could have muted her ass, and I never could, and I had to put up with it even in adult life. It's only in the last 15 or so years have I figured out how to deal with my sister. And she be loud capping me. ATL ain't got shit on me.
Nigga named Soap Drop. What nigga dropping in the private chat, man?
I know, man. Like it was so many names. ATL. I was gonna ask y'all, can
He
y'all
got
see
these
who
fruity ass
trying to pull
names.
who trying
Soap
to pull
Drop.
up?
Who's dropping the soap?
Look at the private chat, y'all. Look what he said. I'm from Nigeria. I don't give a fuck where you from.
Yeah, I looked over there for a second.
And they keep talking, and then they try to come in as BFTB. ATL.
Yeah. BFTV gonna show his face. And he
Yeah.
gonna show you some
Exactly.
love. He ain't gonna come through with that weird shit.
Yep.
He said we are looking for work with YouTubers, sir.
BF know me, he fuck with me. If he know I'm on here, he gonna show his face. He ain't gonna be on that weird shit. He ain't with none of that.
What's up, ATL? Long time no see, fam.
What's going on with you, man? How you been?
I've been doing good. Just working.
Me
He said
too, bro.
I'm helping this channel to grow.
Me too.
He said I'm helping this channel to grow.
Bro, we
So
don't need no help. We get it from the ground. We get it from the bottom. We don't
from
need
the
no help.
mud.
From the dirt. From the
Look,
dirt.
from the mud. Look, man,
Yeah.
off the dick.
Long as we got our real people with us, we don't about that. We gonna grow anyway.
Oh, damn, he said we don't work with the racist people like BFTB. But look, dog, you got some weird names, and if you say them, they kind of sound suspect. So that's why I don't say your
Shit, you
name.
can't help nobody grow if you don't mess with BF.
And
Right.
And the fact that you ain't showing your face, won't you show your face?
BF
For the
ain't racist.
man, show us that beautiful land back
Yo,
there.
ATL, I must differ on that because everybody grows when they fuck with me.
Okay,
Hey, what's your channel, man?
At least we know you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what
You
is
know
the
what?
channel, Monica?
You know
Give
what?
me sub up.
You know what, Birdman? I know everybody on YouTube. My name is Ronald Finkley. That's my real name. That's my same account all my life. I'm the same motherfucker from day one, Birdman.
That's his government name.
I've been around since what, 2011?
Okay.
2011.
He on here.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like I've kind of just grown past certain channels, but I'm still like a boxing head. You know what I mean? I still go on channels. I still talk shit. That's what I do. You know?
Okay. Yeah, I think I know who you are now. You know, I think one of my brothers got a little beef with you, but like you said, I ain't got beef with nobody as long as we talking boxing. That's all I'm here for is boxing.
Exactly. You know, I put that past me. I moved on pretty much.
Yeah, people grow, man. I see exactly what you're talking about. People grow, people change. So, you know, my job ain't to hate everybody. My brothers hate. You know, they might have their differences. I have my differences. You know.
You know, and it's like a million boxing fans in America. Like, so you don't have to stay like in one group. You can move on and just like what you like and enjoy what you like. You know, I go to ATL channel. He might not know it, but I go to his channel sometimes when he posts content. Nigga never post content, but you know, it is what it is.
He be MIA because I ain't got notifications from him in forever.
Hey, I've been getting a little better at my lives and shit though, man. Just freestyling, man. I like doing that shit, man. So I'm gonna be doing it more. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna hold you to it.
It's always
man,
like the good fight. The good fight. I love the good fights. You know?
I got my most views off of Tim Tsyzu and Harrison this weekend. I got what 260 views.
Damn, that's what's up, yo. That's good.
And I wasn't even on over an hour.
Harrison tricked us. I kind of feel like he pulled the porter on us, man.
Nah, he just didn't do it. He wasn't throwing no body punches. He wasn't doing nothing.
Hold on. Let me say something to Soap D. That name don't sound too copacetic. It sound like some prison term shit.
For real.
Saying, sir, I'm a ma'am. I'm a ma'am.
Hey, Miss T, you know you're dealing with a troll. Don't even give him no more time of day. That's a waste of energy.
Yeah, they be fucking time on your show shit, just doing stupid shit.
Yeah, he's
like, and that's another thing about your channel. And that's another thing about your channel. You don't even need mods in your channel. That's another reason why I come over here, because you just talk boxing and you do what you do. You got these motherfucking trolls that come in and try to fuck up the whole person's day because they fucking dwelling on the past.
Just I see you, bro. What's poppin', King? Yeah, I'm not letting anybody in because somebody ruined it, and ATL can tell you all too well. But that shit was the first time it ever happened to me. So you gotta show your face. And I got to be quick on the draw. Like I got to keep my hands next to him. You know, whatever.
Was he white? Was he white, Miss T? Was he white or was he black?
It looked like a black penis there.
That's one of them white boys. That's one of them white boys.
I see you, Cletus. What's poppin', King?
What up, Big Tex?
Big Texas.
What up, General? General in the building. What up?
Yeah,
trying to stir up some bullshit.
Yeah, so talk regular boxing.
And we were having a regular conversation just like this, and then all of a sudden a dick popped up, jacking. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Man, ATL couldn't get right the whole fucking.
I had to leave the chat, bro.
I don't blame you, man.
Cause my son be running out here and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, what if my son would have ran out here on some shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Niggas weird. Man.
Inappropriate shit.
And YouTube be letting them people get away with that stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, chase them down.
You know what? That's a big problem. That's a big problem.
But I get flagged if I play a song too long. Like, what the hell? Nigga had his whole dick out.
Had his whole talawaka for the world to see. And what an ugly talawaka it was.
You know what? They hate black. I think it was a white person. I really do, because that's some crazy shit, yo. That's crazy.
Whoever this dude is, he's sick, bro. Because he keep writing in the comment, bro. Like, if you're not gonna show your face, bro, we don't want to hear that shit, bro. Straight up.
Hey, Miss T.
your whole approach to even fuck with us is wrong, bro. We don't need no help. We ain't ask you for no help. We don't need no help.
We don't really talk about other channels in a negative way.
We don't talk about nobody, bro.
Hey,
so you
Miss
T,
telling
that whole panel wrong.
Tell him make sure let you see that like number change. If you want to help, make sure that like number change. Where we at, and see if he gonna push that like button. If he don't, he gonna push the ghost.
Lean on that leasy.
You know what I'm saying?
When you step into my easy.
All right, Dolomite.
Hit the like button with your dick, lame man nigga.
I know. Off the dick, nigga. Not off the muscle.
I had to go back and listen to how you was trying to diffuse that situation overnight with me and General Big Fish. That shit was comical as hell, yo.
Look, my boy, y'all two came through like gentlemen, though. You and Big Fish.
We just be talking, man. You know, this shit ain't that serious, man. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? He be doing too much.
I thought ATL was instigating. I was like, damn, you instigating. I was gonna jump in, but I was like, oh no, stay out of that.
I thought that shit was comical as hell. I
was just being me talking shit. You know me.
Y'all know General Big Fish 6'6", man. Y'all better watch it now.
I'm 6'4". It's all good. You know what I'm saying? The best fight the best. You know what I'm saying?
I know General, they catch that fade.
You know I'm just gonna throw a brick at both y'all motherfuckers.
Damn.
Hey, y'all 6'4", man, probably outweighing me by 100 pounds. I gotta throw a brick. I ain't no fighting fair where I come from.
No, I'm a middleweight.
Yo, dog, it's so hard for me to want to fight somebody because I always think about the charges and shit. Like, oh, fuck that.
Niggas telling these days too. Yeah, you right.
Hey, man, when was y'all last time y'all was about to fight? Y'all ain't give a fuck about the police.
At work last week.
For real.
I'm gonna be honest,
what
man.
Calmed you down?
What calmed me down? He walked out the door. I was at my second job, man. He walked in. I caught him stealing, but I let him slide. He didn't think I saw him steal.
You see this
I
shit?
just let him stop, but he wanted to mouth off to me. I was like, dude, just go. I told my homeboy, I was like, man, he just didn't know I was about to clock out and whoop his ass.
For real, off the clock.
Yep.
I wasn't working. I was off the clock when I whooped his ass.
I was just having a bad day. He probably
see how this dude trying to come through as KQKC.
I'm about to give me a colostomy test and shit. Like, I ain't got time to be fighting niggas. I'm 50 years old, man. I gave that shit up like 4 years ago.
With you. But look, anybody who got a problem, because he naming off all the LDVC folks. If you got a problem with LDVC, y'all go to them and hash that out.
Really, don't come over here crying and shit like a little hoe.
We don't talk about nobody.
It makes them look bad though, because I know who it is. There's a bunch of niggas that don't like me. I already know who the fuck it is.
Niggas be lame, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got nothing else to do tonight. You know what I'm saying? There's other shit going on in the world, bro.
Look, the last time I was about to fight, I ain't gonna lie, it was my sister, right?
She was that ass.
But I'm gonna tell you, sisters be fighting, and she was acting crazy, man. Like, I don't know, like we was coming from her friend's house and she was snapping on me, and I'm like, where all this shit coming from? I told her I got a crazy big sister, man. And I was saying to I got real quiet because she was driving my car, right? So I was like, oh, when she get me back to the hotel, because that's where her car was parked. I said, when I get out, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of her. You know, I was ready. I was like, I don't care if we go to jail or whatever. And my mom was staying with me that particular night in the hotel. So I went upstairs and I was just going off. And you know, parents don't want to hear you talk crazy about their children, because no matter what, my sister is still her child. You know, my mama don't want to hear that shit. And my mama said, well, your sister can fight too. I said, I'll beat her motherfucking ass, you know. But my senses got the best of me. At that point, before she parked, I didn't give a fuck if a cop came and got us. I was envisioning my shirt all, you know, when girls be fighting out, skirt be out, one titty be out the bra.
One titty hanging, slapping her head too.
It was gonna be
Been
one
gonna
of
punch
the
her with a right
type
and your titty.
she gonna be in her thongs and we ain't got no drawers up. Look, that it's like some kind of way when girls fight, we become strippers or something.
Shit.
Yeah, no.
I'm having flashbacks to my baby mama. I'm trying to fucking not vision all of that mean woman shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dude,
The manly shit.
out of control. But that was the
Yeah.
last, that was like 7 years ago, maybe 7 or 6 years ago. I don't know.
Hey, Miss T, I'm finna have to roll off here. I gotta finish work.
I tried to call you the other day, dude.
I had my iPhone on me. I'm on my Android now, so I got my earphones with them.
All right.
Yo,
Man,
Birdman,
Well, you
peace,
call me
bro.
back.
Glad talking to you. Glad
All
talking
right,
to you,
y'all.
Birdman.
Peace, man.
We're gonna
Peace
do
out,
that
man.
road trip.
Hey, man, I
still
gotta
good?
work on. Hey, you gotta talk to God about that, cause he probably trying to tell me about that flying shit.
Look, I ain't talking about flying, dude. I'm talking about
Oh,
driving.
okay. I'm down for the drive.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I drive. I ain't flying nowhere.
Shit.
Well, you got somebody
All
going
right,
to the
y'all.
fight?
All right, huh?
Hey, y'all stay safe. I'm finna get to work. I'm gonna show you how to make this money.
All right,
Me
make
too,
that
man.
money.
No doubt, Birdman.
Ain't that what Charlo said? Hey, don't
Yeah.
blame
Yep,
him, God,
that
for getting his bag.
Got the bag now.
That bag.
Hey, it might not be as big as theirs, but shit, it's something.
It's something. Hey, I'm off tomorrow. That's why I'm chilling.
All right, y'all. Peace.
I know
I'm
that's
going
right.
tomorrow.
All right,
I'm
peace,
gonna go in
Birdman.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Fucking snow up here. I gotta go in tomorrow.
Oh damn, where you at?
We got like I'm in Vermont. We got like fucking
Shit.
foot of snow today. They got
So
that
do you
nor'easter.
like
Oh, we
Vermont?
watched the video of that shit.
You
That
like
nor'easter
Vermont?
coming
Because my
through.
little brother used to live up there. He loved that place. He loved that
Oh
state.
yeah, it's beautiful. It's like a hibernation state. Like it's nice in the spring and the summer, but when the winters come, you hibernate like a motherfucker. I don't be going out because I'm tired of the shit. Like
So you
if you
hibernate
ain't got
with
no
the bears
sun in
and
your
shit?
life and you black, you don't want to go out that motherfucker. You don't.
Do the white folks treat you good up there?
Yeah, they all right. Yeah, they all right. I do my own
They
thing. So
treated
yeah, they all
now.
right.
That's an honest question. They treated my brother like a king, like they did.
Yeah. You
Not
don't
doing that.
find too many.
Like they were very nice. They were very helpful.
Yeah, you don't find too many racists up here. That's for sure.
Who
That's
just
what's up.
dropped off?
Oh, buddy said he had to go back to work.
Birdman, but that
That's
brother
like a
was fine.
goddamn needle in a haystack finding the racists up here. For real.
For real?
Yeah, it's like a needle in a haystack. And I know every fucking body. You know, I'm the type of person I can spot a motherfucking racist from a mile away. But nah, it ain't like
It's too cold to be racist up there. Shit.
good point, yo.
Straight up.
Nothing
He was
else.
like, fuck you. Ooh, shit.
All you can do is hope to God you can go to work and lay up. That's all you can do.
Straight up.
There'll be a lot of people in Vermont. Shit.
Yeah, we working on getting a house. That's what we working on, getting a house and shit.
Look, General say I don't fight, boss. See, I have a family. I hear you.
Yeah.
General Big Fish, what's up?
We too old to fight, Big Fish. All of us. I know.
Hey, didn't he use general name? Who name he used?
BFTB. All the LDBCers.
No, the jack off dude.
Oh, he used Modern Kings.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. Like, man, Mata ain't do no shit like that.
Wow.
Man, if it was you, Modern, and you had did that, ATL was gonna have to fade you, dog.
Hey, you know what?
I said,
do some shit like that, I needed to catch a fade. If I ever do some shit like that, I need to catch a fade.
We would have caught one straight up.
I ain't the one for that shit.
Yeah, man, I said he got to come to the show and tell us that was not him.
Yeah, that's what he said.
When was this? Like a couple days ago?
Like last week, like a Tuesday or some shit.
They hate me, yo. They hate me.
We was having a normal discussion just like this, and all of a sudden, Dick pop up in the screen. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
And me, I couldn't even grab the clicker. I was
Yo, they had never said to my face, but they're damn sure talk shit about me or make a fucking. Yeah, that's what they do, and they ain't did it in a while. They don't come to my channel with that.
Don't like you, man. Who you talking about?
I don't know. Put it like this: I left that situation like 3 years ago, but the point is, they still hate me because they still see me on these fucking YouTube.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They hate me.
They damn sure slander your name.
Yeah, and I don't make videos about them. I make a video like once a month, maybe about them niggas. That's about it. I don't make a video every day about them.
I was hot shot. I ain't even gonna lie.
I was shocked too. I was like, oh, But yeah, you was really heated. I tried to calm ATL down. I just couldn't, man. He had a downshift in his own time.
But what? I wish I could
Yeah.
just jump. That day I could have jumped in the computer and just pulled up where he was at. Straight
That's
up.
fucked up. But I feel you though.
I
That's
dream of
fucked up.
Genie, goddamn. Boing, yoing, 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 goddamn.
Yeah, pop up and a nigga punch that nigga in the face, jump back in the
Yeah,
screen.
If you gonna show something, let it be pretty.
Like, yo, nigga, come meet me on Border Wars. Y'all got a problem with me? Come meet me on Border Wars, motherfucker. Fuck
I
it.
don't even want to see nobody else, dick. Nowhere. That shit was disrespectful, like, bro.
That's why I think it's like a white person, because I can't see no brother doing that. I give
Nigga
my
was
brother
black.
the benefit of
Say
the
that.
doubt.
You homo. The nigga was black.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was black. This dude keep reading the private chat. He just said, "Please, I want to get you to 5K. If God want me to be at 5K, He'll get me there. Don't worry about it, sir.
Exactly.
You know, if you
Nigga
don't
said,
want to show your face,
please.
please."
Hey,
I'm about to screenshot this nigga. This nigga weird.
Weirdo.
You'll be. I don't know if you'll be wasting your time on the king, because then it came through in 300-400 names.
I don't even think you can screenshot when you're motherfucking.
And if you remember this shit the other day, Mitzi, right, when we were talking, right? Somebody had popped up on it, and I was like, man, who the fuck is that, Mitzi? And they left, remember?
Yeah, I ain't even see
it.
with him. Probably was him.
He gotta be white fan on this stupid shit. That's a bunch of stupid shit.
He said the white boy had on blackface.
Yeah.
Look at him.
Yeah.
He said he had on blackface. He had on
You know what? I won't put it past them, General Bigface, on some real shit. I won't put it past them, motherfucker.
Nigga be doing weird ass shit, bro. You never know, nigga.
Nigga got a jarred car around his fucking bedroom and shit with blackface on that.
Hey, who is it? Look, I just had to curse out a professional today, but who was the last time y'all had to curse somebody out? Because I was at the pharmacy. Y'all remember I told you I was in the hospital last month. So the way they reorganized all this shit, man, they made it worse. They call themselves making it better. But you gotta go through all this rigmarole just to try to get your meds, man. You be sitting there 4 or 5 hours.
I just cussed my doctor out last week, Miss D. Bruh, when I go to my doctor's appointment every month, right?
Yeah.
I get pain meds every month. So how my insurance is, it's locked on one doctor. So if I see another doctor and he try to write me a script, they'll block it because he's not on my insurance. You know what I'm saying? So I tell these motherfuckers this because this third time I done seen somebody different beside my doctor. So I'm telling him, I say, look, before I leave, I want y'all to get this shit straight because I done had issues the last 2 times with me getting my meds under another doctor. So my doctor was there, but he just had so many people, he put somebody else on me. So I'm like, just get him to send the shit over because shit ain't gonna work. So I sat that whole extra 30 minutes, bro, thinking shit good. Went home, called. They were like, oh, nah, they put this doctor on. I'm like, man, what the fuck? I just sat here 30 minutes and told him what the fuck was going on. And now I can't get my meds, man. I drove back to the doctor's office. I was like, look, man, what the fuck going on? I just sat here a whole 30 minutes. I called and they say gonna send y'all a message. Y'all never get no goddamn message. She said, yeah, we don't never get no message. I said, see, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. That's why I'm here. Now get my meds to be sent down. I'm tired of doing this shit. This shit 30 minutes away. Like, I don't got gas to be fucking wasting like that. Like,
exactly. Just your time. Like when you get out the if you get out the ER, it says ER/discharge line only, where you could just walk up to the gate, right?
Exactly.
So I was
Miss T, I'm gonna hop in the chat for a minute. I gotta do something.
All right, Monica. So if you say ER/discharge, that to me means whether you're in the ER or you discharged from the hospital, whatever. So I walk up there, for whatever reason, they ain't even have my medicine ready. They supposed to have brought it up to the floor before I got discharged, but they ain't have it. And plus, it could have been because I was ready to go. But I get downstairs, I try to get it. They was like, they don't have it. And it's like common shit, like just basic common shit that they should have in a pharmacy. It's a big ass hospital.
Yeah.
So she said, come back. I come back. She ain't have it. She said they put it in wrong again. Okay, come back. I come back again. They ain't have it. So that time she said, we gonna text you when it's ready. So I got the text yesterday evening. I come to the cage today. A man was there. The man want to tell me, give me the semantics about the fact I ain't discharged and it's been about a month. And he said, well, like he was trying to chastise me, like, well, why you ain't get it in? Like I said, oh no, you ain't gonna put that jacket on. I said, motherfucker. I ain't say motherfucker. I said, dude, that ain't my fault. It really, I ain't even trying to blame nobody. But if it's anybody's fault, it's y'all fault. You gonna give me this medicine? I'm not finna sit here in this crowd.
For real.
Give me my privilege because I had a privilege for being discharged. You won't give me that honor and give me my medicines from that time, and then medicines that I get later from my doctor. Then I'll sit out here like everybody else got to. But shit, I had a privilege. I was being discharged. I want my discharge medicine. You ain't the fact that it won't ready or y'all ain't know how to put it in. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I came down here. You guys won't ready. Shit, ain't you better run me my damn medicine.
Exactly.
Him like that. I ain't curse at him, but the lady, there's a lady that passed by and said, ooh, right, bitch, get my medicine. I sat there for like another 30 minutes. I was just about to say something. I seen he brought up because it was my EpiPen and some other shit. You would, dog, I ain't got time for this. Ain't nobody finna live up in this bitch.
Hey, look, DMT, right? After all that shit I went through, right? Get the shit correct. They send the shit to the pharmacy. I called a goddamn go pick my shit up. Oh shit, we ain't even gonna have your shit Thursday. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, really? Walmart ain't got my shit, really?
And I guess that's a problem with everybody, because you know what happens? A new boss come on the scene, he want to revamp shit so he can look like he God and Savior and shit. Like, it's always, especially in the military, every time a new boss come on the scene, he got to change shit, because that's how his eval's going to get boosted up, like he did something for God and country. Man, you ain't did shit but make everybody have a front row seat to some bullshit. That's what you did.
Straight up.
Martin King said, laugh aloud, yo, if the brother's trolling you, the weakest link, dog boy. Who was that?
He said, if the brother trolling, you the weakest link, dog boy.
Oh, you the weakest link. Oh, you talking to the guy. Look.
Yeah.
I was off in that world when I had to curse that dude out. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy because after COVID, creditors want to change. I want to change too. I'm being more assertive and big fish. Okay, there you go. That go my man right there. What's up, big fish?
Bob's T, what's going on?
What's going on?
What up?
What's up, ATL?
Shit, cooling, man. What's going on with you?
Man, I had to clock in with Miss T real quick.
Hey, the question on the panel right now: who the last person you had to curse out? I know you gonna say
who the last person I had to curse out? Let me see.
Yeah.
Man, I be cussing out how these YouTube cats, man. Yeah, I was starting just releasing verbal onslaughts to stupidity.
To these lanes, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, it's when you get a certain age, big fish, right? You ain't got time for the idiocy.
Yeah, like what I learned in YouTube and the internet, you can say anything that you want to say. So why get mad? Why get mad at what a person say? So these dudes, they be taking it personal and all of that. And I don't get mad about shit somebody that I don't know say about me. So that's when I say let the fun begin. It's all fun to me.
Straight up.
Hey, I was watching y'all show from yesterday, I think. E-Thriller. Y'all with the Stephen Brimley Award.
Yeah. We had a Brimley on the Brimley Award show.
Where's Stephen at?
Psycho Steve.
Ooh, don't call me that. Don't you say that. I'm not a whore.
Yeah, nah. Hey, I went to Excel channel one Saturday. He had all these people in there. they all Crawford fans and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I handled myself well and got up out of there. I was like, yeah, I fuck with XO, but I don't know what's going on with your peoples, man. But I made them respect me at the end of the day because I'm like, nigga, I love boxing. I'm just not no fucking Spence dick rider, no shit like that, nigga. I love all my brothers in boxing, but I'm not gonna sit on here and listen to y'all ass because y'all is different. Y'all ain't like me. Like y'all stuck in one goddamn zone and all y'all have each other back. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's cheerleaders and shit. But XO, he kept it 100. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with XO. Then by the end of the show, everybody respected me and was like, okay, he ain't one of them fanboys. You know what I'm saying? So he had a good show. I was on there with him.
Hey, did XO fact, did he ever earn, where you at, XO? Did you ever earn the Stephen Brimley? I seen him go off one time. Y'all cracking me up with that Stephen Brimley. Boy, then y'all get to rolling the clips. Now, one of them clips was on somebody else's show. I've watched their show too. Easy Route, something.
Yeah.
That dude, and he got this guy on that, man. Nobody can out talk this dude. He was on Boxing Nerd. What was that? Man, y'all have me dying laughing. I'm like, damn, don't call me that. Don't you say that. Y'all shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man. The play of the
I can't
day.
do all that shit, bro.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like civilian life too.
Yeah, I can't do all that, bro.
Shit, sometimes
yeah.
If I blank out, I'm gonna blank out, and that's it.
Very patient.
Ain't no coming back.
I be very patient, and I be like, okay, because arguing don't get you nowhere, really. You know what I'm saying? Just because you talk louder than somebody, you don't get no points across. The people can shut their ears down and be like, not even listening. But since COVID, shit, I be like, man, when you talking to creditors and shit, like, do that make sense? Y'all better run me my shit. That's how I be talking nowadays. Like when I bought my car, man.
I would have never been on this level right now if it weren't for the pandemic. I could blame the pandemic for that because I never just sat at home and watched fucking YouTube all day till the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I started catching up with boxing channels and shit. I'm like, okay, I fuck with boxing. Let me see this person. Okay. So.
But the YouTube has surpassed TV. Maybe TV gonna get it back.
Yeah, I know that for sure.
TV, you can predict what the whole fucking show is.
Exactly.
And that get tiresome. So YouTube was a breath of fresh air. I don't do the reality TV shows that much, especially if they negative, because like Real Housewives of Atlanta, none against none of them girls. They all accomplished and everything. But I have never met women like that. Like, and I've been around the world.
And they don't even make fucking good movies anymore. Like, shit crazy.
Yeah, man, I went and seen that Scream movie. Oh my goodness. That was the worst movie I ever seen.
For real?
Y'all seen that yet?
Man,
y'all could have ended that whole movie in 2 minutes with a gun.
Somebody told me Jamie Lee Curtis finally got an Oscar for Halloween.
Damn.
That's what they said. Somebody was giving her the side eye because they stole her Oscar. Was it Angela Bassett or something?
Angela Bassett was up for one too.
Yeah, I think Jamie Lee Curtis won it. Mm-hmm. They was in the same category.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a movie person like that. Like it's only like I used to watch movies, of course, back in my younger days
when it was good.
Yeah, but like my any movie with Eddie Murphy in it, then more than likely my top, my top 10, Life, Coming to America, Trading Places, 48 Hours. Yeah, them my movies right there. They don't make, I like movies that make sense.
I like movies that's funny, that have you die and laugh. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Y'all ever see that movie called The Spy or something? It's just Spy. It's with that girl, the big girl that be in all these movies. Oh shit, what is her name? Melissa McCarthy. I know y'all seen her. She did Bridesmaid, the big girl.
The comedian?
Yeah, the big white girl. She be a comedy.
Oh, you're not talking about Amy Schumer, is you?
Nah, not Amy Schumer. This Melissa McCarthy. Remember, I know y'all seen Bridesmaid, right?
Nope.
Damn.
Nope.
She played in a lot of movies. Her name is Melissa McCartney. She even had a TV show. She's real big white lady. She's pretty, but she just real round. And she funny as hell. She was in this movie called The Spy, and it had Jude Law in it, right? That's some funny shit right there. Well, I was sitting there, and she had got this dude phone, so she supposed to be like a spy. So she going through his phone and she sharing it with the CIA, whoever she worked for, and they bringing up, they scrolling up through his pics, and then of course they run across a dick pic. And I was sitting there, and I said, "Damn, that shit kind of big." I was saying that out loud. And my daughter was sitting behind me, but she was a young teenager at the time. I forgot she was sitting there, and she said, "I know, right?" Nigga, I felt so small. I was like, "Damn, how my daughter watching this shit?" And she gonna say, "I know, right?"
Oh man.
I felt like a terrible mother. I was like, "Free, you ain't supposed to see that." And she was just smiling. Don't tell me to stop watching it now. I was like, "Well, you might well finish out the movie. You done seen it all now." She was at that age where, I can't explain. Like the guys her age ain't nowhere. This a grown man, and I'm like, oh my God.
Hey, that's funny how much kids know that the parents don't think that they know. Because I remember my dad thought I was the greenest dude in the world. I knew everything about everything. By the time he came to me trying to teach me about the birds and the bees, like I already know that, Pops.
What you say? I done already ran through a couple of them, Pops.
Man.
I didn't want to have.
I got a new one for the trolls, right?
What? Jangling.
Hands nice and supple. Like a lady.
Hand, like a baby. Like a lady. Yeah. Jangling.
That boy was pitching woo.
Yeah. Yeah. Told you about pitching woo on the job.
Pitching woo on the job, boy.
Look, I be laughing at parts of the movie that people probably don't get. Like when he came in, he said, "Shut your mouth and your ass."
Boy. That's my favorite movie right there, man.
Oh Lord, yeah, life.
Yeah, Hoppin' Bob, man. That's
Norbert.
the best boy.
Hoppin' Bob. I called this nigga at the job that Hoppin' Bob.
Man.
Straight up.
Hey, there's plenty of them, boy. Hoppin' Bob.
What about Norbert? Man, Norbert was.
Hey, I got one for you, Miss T. You move my seat again?
My seat again? No, when you adjusting my seat.
He said, nah, that was that triple whopper and that double milkshake you got.
Remember when and I know that movie came out a long time ago, because I remember my daughter was a kid, like she was 5 back then when that movie came out. But when that part when Norbert was locked in the basement and he was like, "Get out of here, I don't love you," and all that, and they cut to her and she was in the window and she just laughed. Look, man, I laugh at that shit every time, man. Like Eddie, you ain't lying. Any Eddie movie.
Hey, what about when they was had the Thanksgiving dinner when they gave the boy the turkey butt?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Norbert was here because he the only one to eat that ass. Oh shit. Man, yeah. Norbert, I think I'd have logged so many hours on that shit. Like even in the pool, when I get in the pool, man, these white folks around where I live, they don't know what I'll be talking about. If I come there to slide, I'll be like, "I'm sliding, bitches."
Yeah, how you do? How you do?
And they said, "Are you wearing bottoms, man?" She lift up her stomach. Oh Lord, that movie was so funny.
Hey, that movie and Bowfinger too. Them two movies don't get enough
For
credit.
real,
Boy.
That
yeah.
Bowfinger don't.
Hey, that boy had a fetish for them Laker girls.
You said,
Say,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh boy,
Yeah.
that shit used to be
yeah.
too funny, man.
Yeah,
They
and
don't
it's
make movies
crazy.
like that no more.
That's why I say I like funny movies. Because when that movie came out, like I said, my daughter was a little kid. She was 5. We was on our way to Disney, and she was looking through a magazine. She said, "Mommy, I want to see this." And I looked at the picture, and I was like, "What?" But when she was little, it was crazy because her and her friend, they used to talk about fat people all the time.
Hell
My
no.
daughter. And I used to be like, and I look at my friend's son was real cool with my daughter. And I looked at my friend, I said, "Do they know we fat?" So we
Stupid.
want no spring chicken. We want thin and nothing like. But they was little kids always talking about fat people. And then she got about 6. That's the age where they be like describing everything. So one day we in the Sight and Sound, which is an electrical store in the PX, and she was like, "Mommy, mommy, mommy," and I wouldn't turn and look at her and acknowledge her because I knew what she was gonna say. The lady behind the counter was fat as all get out. She had a mole over top of her lip with hair coming out, and
Damn.
she looked like an ogre for real. But I ain't want my daughter to say it out loud, so she kept bothering me, bothering me. So finally, we get out the store and we walking up, walk a little bit, and I said, "What? What do you want?" She said, "Oh my God, that lady was so fat. She was hurting my eyes."
Damn.
Man, I've had to apologize for some of the shit your kids be saying. Oh man, we go in the bathroom, they be like, "Mommy, it stinks in here." I be like, "Oh
Oh, she would
Lord."
have bust out and be like, "What is that on her face, mommy?"
Yeah, she says, "What is that smell, Mommy?" Like y'all be like in
Man.
the public bathroom.
Oh shit.
I was like, "Oh, B, shut up."
Ass.
Can't take
Somebody
her
left their
nowhere.
whole ass in here, baby. They left their whole ass in
It-
I
it's-
used to think it, but I knew not to say nothing. But these kids today, man, they say anything.
Boy,
that's a
what?
that's a shark sandwich.
Yeah, she be like, she told this little kid one time we was in Japan. She was playing with the kid and everything, and then she came up to me. I said, "Go ahead and play," and she said, I can't talk to her." I said, "Why not?" She said, "I don't speak karate."
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Damn. Killed her ass.
I looked at the people. I said, "I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry." That wasn't me. I didn't teach her that. I ain't never looked at a karate movie with this girl a day in my life. Where'd she get that shit from? Yeah, tough.
What up, tough
What's
blood?
up, tough glove? So what's good, Queen? Just stopped by the show. Love. Charlo about to put it hurting on Tim Tsyzu. Yeah, Big Fish. What you think about that?
Man, Tony Harrison, my dog.
Yeah,
I was hurt. I was in denial after the
I was
fight.
hurt.
But I had to come to terms and give it an honest assessment.
Mhm.
Tim Tsyzu, he looked good as fuck, but I don't
He was sharp.
I can't say what it's gonna be like against Charlo. If I had to bet my money, the first full disclosure, I can't stand the Charlo brothers at all. So, but just a honest, unbiased assessment, I really can't say. I've seen way more Charlo than I have of Zoo. So, opening up the betting line, if I had to make a bet with ATL right now, I'd be trying to take Charlo.
Hey, and I'm going with Charlo for the simple fact that, right, the only thing I think that I seen Tony Harrison in his camp that he didn't do in the fight that probably would have helped the fight a little bit more, maybe if he would have went to Tim Tsyzu body, because he never threw like one body punch.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
He was jabbing him to the body early on, but after he stopped.
That wouldn't hurt him.
Yeah, that's not gonna do too much. But he didn't want to go to the body ATL because he would go get countered. So he was scared of the counter all night. So
he must have felt the punch early on.
Yeah,
Man, I
because he
don't
ran
know.
out of gas because Tim Tsyzu was hitting him in the body. So he ran out of gas and it just was over with.
Hey, hey, man, that dude.
He hurt me.
His defense was horrible. He wasn't moving around the ring. He was getting hit with everything. I couldn't believe it. I'm glad I was real close to making the bet on that fight too. I'm so glad I did.
I would have lost
I,
like a motherfucker.
look what Tough Glove said. That ring was designed to take away Tony's legs. It
Yep.
was smaller though, but Tony couldn't move around like he wanted to.
Yeah, not in
Yeah.
that bigger ring. He can move, but that little ring, you can't move like that when you got a bigger ring, and that shit take a lot of energy out you goddamn with the little bitty ass ring, man. He knew what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? When I saw y'all show the other day, Big Fish, I agree with IOTBA and Stephen Brimley. I do see that Tony lose focus, but IOTBA had a point too. I mean, they was both right in my opinion.
Yeah. And that's why I stayed out of it, Miss T, because I seen both sides of their argument. They both had great arguments, but it's been a running joke for the past couple of days since that show. I've been finding clips of all these boxers losing focus, and then I found the clip of The Rock losing focus. He was about to put the people's elbow on this cat, then Stone Cold ran out there, distracted him, and then he got, the little roll up for the 1, 2, 3. So I'm starting to see all these examples of people losing focus in sports. So
They do though, because you gotta try. Ain't nobody perfect. We can strive to be perfect, but we'll never reach it. And that's something all humans gotta realize. And like, they striving for it, but then they don't do the whole 36 minutes. The only person I could say came close to maintaining focus is Floyd. And
okay, okay, Miss T, and what I was gonna say is that an example that my brother brought up was, what about Bud when he get hit, he sticks his tongue out and all of that. Is that considered losing focus?
well,
Yep.
in that case, I don't think Bud stick his tongue out to lose focus. I think Bud stick his tongue out to it's the same way when he be skipping and shit when he know he got you.
Okay, and then my second question to you is: you use Floyd Mayweather as an example. This
Mm-hmm.
dude is the king of not focusing on his opponent in the ring. He talks to the ringside announcers. He taunts your fiance, your girlfriend. He telling people to shut up in the crowd. So
He betting on games, but
yeah,
see, Floyd's focus is different from everybody else. He can multitask. Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give y'all a little scientific experiment. This is one of them things where females usually excel in multitasking. Would y'all agree? Like we can have a lot of balls juggling and doing a whole bunch of things. Like do y'all see that?
some of
But
y'all can.
most of us can, because
I
like when
agree
you a
with General.
mother, when you a
Cause
mother,
I done seen some careers where I would say y'all do not know how to multitask.
I listen.
Sure.
I ain't talking about fixing the car and putting up drywall and shit. I'm talking about living your life, juggling kids,
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
what I'm
manage
talking
the house,
about. Yeah,
cook
that's
for
what I'm
dinner.
talking about, Miss
You
T.
know what I'm
Some women don't know how to hold the baby in the vacuum and push the vacuum at the same time.
saying? Hey, they must be special needs then. I'm just
Straight up.
nigga.
But I
Look,
get your point. I say 70%. I'm a feminist, so I'm gonna say 70% of y'all do y'all job.
all right, we take it how we can get it. We take it how we can get it.
That's a great number.
Look at Dorothy.
Yeah, that bitch was stupid.
30 weight. But yeah, but we multitask or whatever. And because like I remember I used to go grocery shopping. I had a baby on my hip, the diaper bag, 2 or 3
Right side.
bags of groceries and shit. And to this day, ask me to do that shit, I'll be looking at you crazy. Like, how I'm supposed to do that?
For real.
I can't do that shit, but I don't know how the fuck I did that back then.
But
And
But a lot of times guys are more focused on what's in front of them. Then y'all tune into y'all get like tunnel vision better than us. I would say that.
Yeah.
You gonna say 70% of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But specifically on the Tony Harrison, that Charlo, when he got clipped by Charlo, like I've seen fighters do that same thing a million times, and sometimes you get clipped, sometimes you don't. So I felt like he was just showing the dude like, man, that shit didn't hurt. You weak. That I don't think that was like losing focus. I just think he made a mistake. One got through, and then people able to say he lost focus. I don't really think that he was distracted by lifting his hands up, and because I seen Ali did that shit all the time. But the only difference is
Yeah.
Ali has a fucking chin of fucking iron. Tony Harrison don't.
Man, he was, and when Tony be fighting, I'm not gonna say his jab don't hurt, but he be looking like he pity pat. And so, like,
Yeah.
I gave the first fight with Charlo and Tony, I gave it to Charlo. I said I wouldn't have been mad at a draw, but I gave it to
Exactly.
Charlo only because my notion was at the time, you got to take it from a champion. And I used to hear that all the time growing up. Went into me and active activists, researched the rules. That is not the case. That is not how you judge a fight. You do not have to take it from the champion. You just have to be good that night.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, that what you talking about is like an unwritten rule, but
yeah,
but but by the rules, it's a round. You score a round and add it up at the end, no matter what. That's how it's supposed to go.
right. So in this fight, then Big Fish, then you a smart, witty guy, and Tony Harris talk shit. He like one of the best getting in your head, talking shit, throwing you off your mental
Yep.
out there. What do you take of his tactics leading up to the fight? Because he said a lot of pause shit. You know how y'all be like, pause. And
Well,
he kept doing it.
I can't. I don't know specifically what he said. I didn't. I wasn't in tune to their press conferences and what they were saying back and forth. But it's just like it, with anybody. He was just trying to get in his head, I guess.
Yeah.
Dude, he
But
was saying shit like, I just want to hug you. I just want to hug you. I kiss you or whatever. And then he was like, when they asked him about what you think of Tim Tsyzu, he said, man, his lips was real dry. Man, his lips was looking real funny. Like he just kept talking about shit.
see,
Then he said when he pulled up to the press conference and got out the truck, he said, man, you got out there like a diva, like Beyonce or something. I don't know Tony Harris to talk like this to no other man. And
yeah.
it felt like to me, he knows something about Tim that the rest of us don't know. Because then I started looking at how Tim was reacting, and I was like, Tim had that look like, nigga, please don't say nothing.
No,
Ah,
I wouldn't necessarily
damn.
say that, Miss T. I
And now
think
that you
that
think about it, I ain't see
nah,
no girls in there at the end of the fight. Like
that's
maybe
just
or
something.
nothing.
That's just the angle that he tried to see if he can get up under his skin with. Because I've seen dudes do that on these boxing shows where dude told another dude he would go squeeze his butt cheeks. He didn't
Oh,
know that dude from a bag of rice. So he just
Man, but
figured he could get under his skin by just saying, some
hey, that
most
shit
cats
was funny though, General.
most cats is gonna take offense to that. So I
Jen, you
think that's
remember that?
just huh?
And then when he fought, what's the name again? What's the MAA dude with the black dude?
John Jones?
Nah, he fought him twice.
who fought him?
Jake Paul.
J Pod. He
Willie.
fought somebody.
Yeah.
Willie.
Mm-hmm.
Willie, yeah, Willie.
Woodley, yeah. And remember when they had that the face to face? He said, why would you fight him again? He said, I want to fight him because he had a big booty.
Wow.
Oh hell. But look, you don't keep saying it, General. In your spare time one day, just go back and look at all the little interviews. It was a lot of Paul shit in there. A lot. And I was like, okay, Tony, where you going with this? Like, it seriously had me wondering, like, what's going on? And then you look at Tim and he's scared, like he's nervous and not nervous to fight him, but nervous he don't know how to react to what the dude's saying. And then he said something. he kept calling him Timothy. So in the end, when they was like, "Oh, y'all," he put the whole division on notice because he said, "What's my motherfucking name?" He was doing the Ali because remember Ali had a fight, and the dude kept calling him Cassius, and Ali said, you would announce my name from the flat of your back." You know what I'm saying? And that's what Tim Tsyzu was channeling his Ali when he said, "My motherfucking name." That was to Tony.
I see why he beat his ass like that now.
Yeah.
he made them punches count.
Hell
Man,
yeah.
he hit that nigga with the do you remember when Javante Davis, who the fuck he knocked out with the same uppercuts?
A lot of people, shit.
Remember that?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like 5 back-to-back uppercuts. He did the same goddamn way. I said, damn, Tony, you gonna let him do you like that?
Yeah,
Y'all
Tony looked like he had a fucking Detroit Lions football helmet on. That dude,
Man.
his shit bigger than Tanks. I'm like, God damn, boy.
Yeah.
He couldn't miss that big motherfucker.
That nigga hit him with 5 tank uppercuts.
And what's not lost on the Australian people is at the end when they interviewed Tony, he said, "Well, Tim, he did, he called him by his name, Tim, because Tim had to tell him, motherfucker, my name is Tim. That's my full name. Ain't no Timothy." And Tony said,
DJ, you right,
Timothy.
DJ.
What's up, DJ?
I don't think he need to retire. I think he need a real coach.
Shit, nah. I think
he only
done,
30,
man.
what, 38?
He can't. He don't have no chin, bro. He can't. And
Like
those
18.
that loss last Saturday was a fucking devastating loss, psychologically. How can you come back from that?
I took it like he pulled an Adrian Bronner. That's how I took it, because he wasn't throwing that overhand right like he usually do. He wasn't really throwing nothing but that jab, and that shit wasn't working because he was just throwing that. Because he knew he was gonna get countered, so it's like he was just throwing it out there. He wouldn't even throw the overhand right.
Yeah,
like
yeah. He's
See,
32. He's in his early 30s.
Yeah, all the excuses I was gonna make.
32. Yeah, see, 32. He's in retired though. 32.
See, all the excuses I had lined up to defend him, I had to throw him in the trash because the boy Devin Haney went over there twice. So I can't say that he wasn't acclimated to the time change and having to fight at that time of day and not having legs because of the trip and all of that. I thought about it and I said, it's been precedent set to go over there and win a belt from the hometown guy and come back home with the belt. So he just wasn't prepared.
But look, this how I took it after I seen the whole fight and what happened and how he, just like y'all say, he kind of like gave up. I figured he was just doing all that for the check, all the talking he was talking about.
And he said that. He actually said that.
Yeah, he took it. Yeah, he got a free payday, but he earned it. He earned that.
He earned it. Yeah, he got to feed his family. Hey, I ain't mad at him for that. You know what I'm saying? He sold it well.
Yeah.
So what you think, Big Fish, about now all of a sudden Mr. Charlo he put emphasis on the bag now. He was like, hey, he was talking about Ryan and Tank, and he was specifically like bigging up Ryan. Like, I don't blame him, man. You gotta get the bag, and now he talking like all this get the bag shit. And it's like, in my opinion, Big Fish, Charlo, Jermell, that is, have calmed down. It's
hey, Missy, can I tell you this about Charlo, right? If Charlo would have been in goddamn Harrison corner, Harrison would have won that fight because Charlo was calling out everything he should do, and he wasn't lying.
And he was fair with his assessment.
Yeah, he was fair. He was fair with it.
Because Charlo, the Charlos, have almost become repellents. I shudder to think of all the stuff that they probably left on the table because of their behavior. You know what I'm saying? But we gave them their just due reward with the feedback, from the fan. Like, nigga, you got this manufactured outrage. What the fuck you mad at?
That was the comments I ever seen Jermell. That was the comments I ever seen Jermell.
But Jermell been calm for a minute. And I go back to when he got undisputed and he was getting on his plane to go back home. Nigga pulled out his check to prove he got $10 million.
Yeah.
Money change, you Big Fish and ATL, I guess.
But yeah, that's why I come back to say, I said, man, he was more professional at that fight than I ever seen him, bro. I ain't even gonna flex. If I'm lying, tell me I'm wrong.
No, you right, because Abner and Custer, you know, they were talking to him, but sometimes like Custer, he neutral, he's straight down the middle. He just about the boxing. He's a pleasant person to watch. Abner looked like he didn't know how far he should say something.
Yeah.
Because you never know. But Jermell,
you don't know what Charlo you gonna get.
Behave. And even before that, I've seen him at different fights. He say less. He ain't sporadic with his anger and shit. I like, damn, is that the 10 million talking? And so it make me wonder, is he ready for Tim Tsyzu? Because Tim Tsyzu act like he don't got nothing but beans with his rice, and he looking for the steaks and beans and rice. He want to add a steak to it. He hungry, in other words. And I don't know if Jermell is all the way hungry.
Hey, Miss T, this might change the whole vibe of the panel right now, but Charlo gets to practice against a pound for pound boxer almost every day. So him seeing Tim Tsyzu gonna be, ain't gonna be nothing he can't handle. So, the nutcracker. What you call him?
I
The
wonder
nutcracker?
who you talking about. This guy right here.
Yeah, him.
AKA the Nut Digger.
Yeah.
In his formal dress uniform.
So he
there y'all go.
He could have shown he's showing more maturity, I guess. I haven't seen enough of him to say, yeah, he changed. You got to see what somebody do, like Harrison did. Somebody blow a kiss at him, see how he react to that. Then
shit.
If he don't have no reaction, then I agree with you. He done grow.
Hey, let me ask both. Can I ask both of y'all a question, right?
What's up?
What y'all think about Jarrell Miller fighting this weekend?
On the zone?
I don't know if he on the zone. I ain't look at that part, but he fight this weekend.
He had a couple of fights before now, and I mean, the nigga 300 pounds. At what point do we stop watching shit like this?
Yeah, I don't like out of shape fighters. Tyson Fury is the only one that I've seen that can get away with that.
Because he's tall.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with him.
Yeah, Jermell.
Who he fighting against?
I don't even know. I don't even know. But I ain't seen him get back in the ring since he got caught cheating.
I don't want. Now he been in there a couple of times. He been back for like a couple. He winning and shit. But nigga big. I don't want to watch nothing where health wise the nigga can I don't even like to play around with stuff like that. Like, just saying what could happen. My young self probably would be like, nigga don't have a heart attack, but that ain't even funny to me. Like I think he's very unhealthy, and no.
He fucked his whole career with that Joshua fight.
Yeah, he was about to get $7 million, I heard.
That nigga fucked his whole fucking career with that shit.
Yep. DJ, what's popping, King? What's good with you?
What up, DJ?
What's going on, y'all? How we feeling today?
I had my eyes closed, y'all. I didn't know what to expect.
Damn.
Miss T, thank you for screening the car.
I didn't. You know what? I didn't. You know what's crazy? I didn't, but DJ, don't nobody fuck with DJ.
Oh man, I come in peace. First of all, how do I sound? I sound okay?
You sound echoey, like you far away from the mic.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna turn my Bluetooth off. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
What you say there, not Chuck?
Hey, we don't care about the echo, as long as your dick ain't out.
I know, right?
Hey, y'all know who Spice Adams is?
Spice Adams.
Well, he be doing that Googling, Miss T. That's the only way you go find it funny and get. He be having that Bluetooth, and when the old dudes with the Bluetooth, they always talking to a dude named Chuck.
Chuck.
Hey, what you say there, not Chuck?
Chuck, what you say, Chuck?
That what they call Spice. Let me see. Adams.
Yeah, Spice Adams and put Chuck in there.
And,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
go.
man, that dude big as
Yeah.
hell, man.
Hey, he
Big
funny as
with him.
hell, boy.
All right, DJ, you back on?
All right, I'm back now. This sound better?
Yeah, much better.
Okay. I heard y'all talking about Jermell Charlo and how he might be civilized now. He done got paid. He done got undisputed. You know, the same hunger might not be there. I actually look at it different. I
Okay.
still think he is hungry because even though he's undisputed, he don't get the same respect another undisputed champ get.
not him.
Yeah,
No, you're right.
I don't think he gets the respect that he deserves for being the undisputed champion of the world.
You're right
And
about
I
that.
think that still drives him. I think that chip is still on his shoulder. So
But it changed him a little because, that's karma and shit. Because, that's in the past, DJ. Let him tell it. Like when they talk about turns, oh, that's in the past. That don't matter. That nigga
It
talk
is
like
the
he don't
past.
even. He talk like he don't even know Turns accomplishments. Like Turns don't got the accomplishments he got.
Mitty, you remember that second fight after he won? You see how emotional he was. Yeah, my haters wrong. This, y'all said I couldn't do it. This and that. So I think he feel a little humbled now because he did what he. You know what I'm saying? When people was on his ass and talking about his loss. So I think that really changed.
right, and remember, a part of that emotion, ATL, was people. There was certain people out there who thought he lost that first fight to Castaño. So for him to come back and knock Castaño out, that was vindication for him. It was like, see, I won the first fight. It wasn't no draw because I actually thought he won the first fight.
Yeah.
But it wasn't no draw. Like, these guys are not on my level. I am the champion. Bring all comers, because let it be known, he ain't duck no smoke now. Jermell, maybe I can't say the same for Jamal, but Jermell is actually moving like a champion. He's moving like the undisputed champion of the world. He don't have to fight Tim Tsyzu. He could drop the belts and move up, or he could pick another mandatory to fight because his IBF mandatory has been due for years now, and he doesn't have to fight Tim Tsyzu. I think what's gonna happen is in my opinion, I think they're gonna send that man to Australia.
This shit.
I think they're gonna send him and his belts to Australia because that's the bigger bag.
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it either. I'm the champion. You got to come where I'm at.
Nah, he not going to no Australia. You might be right about. I agree with you. It could be a bigger check for him, but he ain't going over there.
That will be.
Shit, he gotta think about the shit that he say. Like, keep that same energy. That's what I'm on. Keep that same energy, nigga. Now it's about the bag. Like, I ain't mad at him because as I always say. And you ain't playing with no man in his ends, then. Man 101. Don't fuck with their ends. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
Don't
up.
play with them with their
Straight
money.
up. Straight like that.
I ain't met a man yet. And if I did, I would think I was on another planet or some shit. I ain't met a man yet that be fucking around with his money. I don't care how poor or how rich the nigga is. But, now it's about the bag. Now it made me understand him just a little bit more. Not saying I accept everything he do, but I think he humble all the way around, not just because he won the fight, ATM, but and DJ, but because he got to think about the shit that he'd like to dismiss. If it means that for other people, it means it for you too.
Yeah, I definitely think he's got. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. T. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, you definitely got to think about the shit that come out of his mouth. He ain't getting his respect. There's other people that he ain't gave respect. He won't press to give them respect. And I ain't saying you got to be a Bud fan, but y'all see how crazy he talk about Bud. Now, they could be potential opponents. Cool. I ain't saying he can't talk crap about Bud, but the shit that you be saying, nigga, we can say it to you too now, and you don't like how I feel. So that's what I'm saying. Like, keep that same energy. I think he humble because of that.
And how I feel about that, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Like, let's not forget, like, Terrence Crawford started talking shit to him. So, yeah, he was like, I'll come up there and knock out your little cheerleader and all this type shit. It was like, all right, you little motherfucker, keep talking. Come up here and get this shit if you want to, but I don't think he's at the point yet. Like maybe when he gets back in camp, we'll see the Jermell Charlo we're accustomed to seeing. Once it starts because once it gets closer and closer to the fight, the more these guys are gonna amp up. Like I'm interested to see how David Benavidez and Caleb Plant are gonna be next week.
Exactly.
They are gonna be on edge. They've been training, they cut weight. They are pissed off. They don't want to see each other. They don't want to answer no questions. I'm tired of talking about this dude, man.
Look, if Caleb Plant, I'm already a fan. If he knocked Benavidez out, what y'all gonna be like? Y'all gonna be fans or what y'all gonna think about that? Because I'm gonna be a super fan.
I fuck with Caleb.
Miss T.
I like Caleb. I like Caleb, man. I think Caleb's legit. I just don't think he's gonna beat David. I think David gonna break him. It's gonna be one of them situations, in my opinion. He's not gonna come off the stool in the 11th round.
But look, this is the only thing This is the only thing that I never seen David Benavidez go through. I've never seen nobody really hit him. I always see him pressure fighting, walking people down, fucking them up. I've never seen nobody really catch him flush. I've never seen how his chin was, none of that shit. So I think Caleb Plant could get to that chin, and I want to see how he react. But I fuck with both.
Been dropped before now.
I fuck with Caleb, and I fuck with Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? So I got it 50-50, bro.
What was you gonna say, Big Fish?
I can never respect Plant after I seen him ask Canelo in the middle of a fight. What did he think about his skills?
Oh yeah,
that's not
pretty good, huh? Pretty good, huh?
That's not respectable.
I can box, can't I?
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty good for 21 and 0, huh?
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm trying to rip your fucking skull off.
yeah. Look,
Canelo said, yeah.
You peasant. Yeah, peasant. Yeah, Caleb.
And then proceeded to knock him out.
For real.
But Caleb got some power from somewhere, and David Benavidez had a hard fight that I seen one time, and it was this black dude. But the black dude, they stopped the fight.
Yeah, that last
I
fight.
remember who it was.
No, you talking about Darrell when they stopped that fight because of the cut.
Not Darrell.
It was his last fight.
It was a black dude. It was his last fight, David's fight. It was
Yeah.
a black. What's his name? Ellis.
Oh, you talking about Tyron Davis?
Yeah, Davis. Yeah, that's the dude name. He was doing good, but he was buckling too.
Interesting enough, Miss T. That's also Caleb Plant's trainer for this fight, Breadman.
Oh,
that's Caleb Plant's trainer.
Yeah.
So we gonna see, man. We gonna see.
Hey, Big Fish, he ain't got no bumps on his back neither.
He ain't juicing, huh?
Miss T, you gonna be up tonight?
Huh?
You gonna be up tonight?
Maybe. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. That tart juice, that is a real thing. Now I know DJ, you got some little ones. I don't know if you got no little ones, Big Fish, but you got some adolescents there, ATL. Hey, you mix that tart juice, that tart cherry juice, evenly with some water, or you can be more tart juice than water, however you want to mix it. Shit do knock you out. It knock adults out.
So you're on the tart juice is what you're telling me.
Nigga, nah. When I got insomnia, in a sense, when I got insomnia and I can't sleep, I mean, we all been there. We a particular age. I know every last one of us on this panel that had sleepless nights.
No, I was saying that to say that I'm probably going to be live tonight at 12.
Hey, Miss T, you got to be careful what you promoting. Some of these dudes go use that for the wrong purpose.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Miss T, I'm melatonin that ass, Miss T.
Yeah.
No, DJ, you know why that ain't cool? Because your body already makes melatonin. When you introduce something that's doing the job of what your body naturally do, your body will stop doing it, and you'll throw your whole body off balance. So that's why you don't want to do that. Then they'll have a melatonin problem. You already make that shit. So you shouldn't.
Well, they bodies ain't making enough. I need y'all to go to sleep.
I'm telling you, tart juice, $2. No side effects.
Yes, sir.
Hey, mix that shit with some water real good. And I'm telling you, out you ain't even gotta try to go to sleep. You just nigga, I took some, woke up like early this morning though, because I had to go somewhere. Thank God I got up. But I took some like 9 something last night. And I don't never go to bed at 9 something. Slept good too.
But yeah, if y'all want to join me, man, come through at 12, man. I'm gonna do a live about Caleb Plant and David Benavidez. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Word.
what's your channel? What's your handle? I'll come check you out.
So just get people's opinion on how they feel, just like we.
He said, "What's your
we have a little
handle?
bit-
Like, what's
Yeah,
your
what's
name?"
your channel?
ATL Unanimous Boxing Sports.
When
It's
y'all
okay,
go to the page, go look, scroll to the side and look for live. I was telling him he got to start doing thumbnails.
No, I know how to do that now. I've been doing it.
You been doing it? I ain't
Thumbnails.
seen it pop up. Yeah, but that's how, so you can find them. But if you don't, and you go to ATL Unanimous Boxing Sports, just scroll over to where the button said live and click that, and he'll pop up.
Yeah, I'll be on that 12 tonight.
Yeah, I'll try to make. I ain't gonna make no promises because I'm gonna drink this.
Where you buy? Where can I
And
purchase
then
this
T
tart
gonna drink that
juice?
juice and fall out.
Where do I make this purchase at for this tart juice?
Oh, go to Walmart. Go to Walmart. Tart cherry juice. You gonna knock your girl out, big?
Yeah.
Hey,
Juice,
look,
I remember that.
it looked like some Merlot. Be like, baby, drink this wine with me.
Y'all that crazy.
Nah.
It look like some Merlot.
Man, oh man. I wish them tickets wasn't so outrageous, man. I wanted to go to that Tank and Ryan fight, but them tickets are just I don't like y'all like that.
Did they get in location? Cause last time I checked, they didn't have one.
Look.
No, it's at T-Mobile.
Oh damn.
It's in there again.
Yeah, it's at T-Mobile Arena.
Yeah, they bought them tickets quick.
Y'all don't see how when last time I checked, the nosebleeds was $700.
Stupid, bro.
Yeah, I ain't doing
They
that.
started out at $9. They was going down from there, but ringside tickets is like I want to say $13,000 or $15,000 now.
Yeah.
Like this is a big event, man. People really gonna come out for this fight. But since I can't go to that one, I'm a damn sure try to go to Devin Haney Lomachenko.
That one's gonna be boring.
Where's that?
No, Miss T, it ain't gonna be boring.
What Big Fish said? Where that?
I'm gonna enjoy watching Lomachenko get his nose boxed off again.
For real.
Where they having that fight at? New York or Vegas?
MGM Grand.
Okay.
May 20th.
I see a lot of Vegas trips in y'all future.
Oh no, not a lot of them. I only go to 2 fights a year, so I'm gonna go to this one, and then I'm gonna try to go to another UFC fight this year. I hadn't been to a UFC fight in like 3 or 4 years.
I know Big Fish out of Texas. My homeboy, he came with me when I did my party in Vegas, and we went to the Deontay Wilder fight, third trilogy with Tyson Fury. He flew out of Texas, but it was a straight shot. I didn't even know they had a straight shot. I see you, Jerry. Jerry said, boy got his ass whooped. Yeah, he did. He said,
yeah, he did.
Haney would jab and grab Loma all night. Loma
It don't matter. It don't matter. Send his ass out the pasture. Send his ass out the pasture.
This is the thing that I say, DJ, with Loma and Devin. I don't know if they power hitters. I don't know, but I know who I think can outbox, and I'm tell you Lomachenko. I just think he can outbox Devin, unless he age and he's out of it. Devin good. I ain't taking nothing away from Devin when I say this, but I think boxing wise, I think Loma can outbox a lot of people.
Miss T, remember I told you this. Devin Haney finna retire Lomachenko. He's gonna make Lomachenko look old and slow.
Hey, can we get?
And Lomachenko gonna realize about the 6th or 7th round. He gonna realize about the 6th or 7th round, just like Manny Pacquiao did when he was in there with Ugas. He ain't got it no more.
Hey,
Either he acting like he can't hear you, Big Fish, or he actually.
can I
I'm
get
sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Can I get a friendly wager on that?
That's why I'm picking with
I
you.
mean, what we
Big.
talking? What we talking? What we talking?
Just if I said friendly, just a little 20, 25
Friendly.
bucks.
Okay, we can do a little friendly 50.
Okay, 50. That's cool. And then this is what I would like for you to do. You can
Mhm.
just send my bread to Miss T and I collect it from her. And I'll do the same for you, sir.
Okay, see, I you know what? I'll take a $50 gift card from Bath and Body Works. You know, I'm trying to rack up on these lotions and candles and whatnot. So yeah, man.
See, look, Jared said Loma is not really as old as Pac. So who you? So it
If
sound
you
like
don't, I don't count age. I look at the amount of fights, man. I look at the amount of fights. Even though Loma don't have a lot of professional fights, Lomachenko been fighting for a long time, and eventually that bill gonna come due.
Let me write this down. Lillian cannot talk.
Yeah.
Lillian. No, he said $50 bet between DJ and y'all know I mark time. I be writing this shit down, so y'all can't come back and be like, you know. We write this shit down.
Just let me write this shit down then.
Today,
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
I think Devin Haney is about to completely and utterly cook Lomachenko.
I would get on it, but I don't. You know, neither one of them are my favorite.
Well done.
You know, if ATL get in the mix, you know, he just has a propensity of winning bets on my channel. ATL.
Yep.
Who do y'all think Shakur should fight next after he dusts off this Japanese dude on April 8th? I say give him Jermaine Ortiz.
Shakur?
He fights on April 8th.
I want Devin, Tank, or Shakur. One of them three to fucking mix it up. I don't give a fuck who go first.
I know, Miss T. Shakur gotta wait. We gotta see Devin and Tank at the end of the year. If both guys handle business like I believe they will, I think Ryan going to sleep in round 8, and I think Devin is going to completely cook Lomachenko. So around October, November, Devin and Tank got to dance. Like enough for it's time to cut the shit. I'm tired of y'all going back and forth. Like we've been linking y'all two together, even back when Floyd said he didn't want y'all two to fight unless it was for something big. So it's time now. It's time. There can't be two alphas on the yard. Somebody gotta bend the knee.
and Tank been calling for him though.
I think they legit want to fight each other. I don't think Tank calls anybody out, because Tank don't call nobody out. These guys call him out. But I think it's getting to the point now where Tank is getting annoyed by people questioning his resume, people questioning his skills. I think he's getting to the point now where he's just fed up with the shit and he's ready to turn loose. Now, will him and Devin actually dance? There's boxing politics in there. But I think by the end of this year, man, we need to get that fight. I don't know if we will, but I think it's time. Shakur got to wait. Like, I love Shakur, and I think Shakur beat them both. I think Shakur can beat them both.
Me too.
But I think Shakur got to wait this time. Like,
I think Tank gonna beat Haney. I'm sorry. Like, I don't hate Haney. Like, I want people to be clear, because I know he's a favorite darling for a lot of people, and I like him. But y'all put the cart before the horse with Haney too much for me, and I think I haven't seen him in true adversity. And that Linares fight and all that, because it was a point in my head when he was fighting Diaz, that I was like, if Diaz had the stamina and matched the damn gas button, he would fucking I think he would have did better, but he didn't. Look, Jerry even say Loma has been fighting a long time and he's slipping. Haney should beat him at this point, but it won't be easy. So
yeah, Lomachenko is gonna be 1,000,000 times tougher than Kambosos. So
right.
Oh yeah. It's a clear step up in competition. Big
Loma
step.
Chico is
And
not gonna
remember,
run out
Devin
fast.
Haney's been wanting this fight he's been wanting this fight for about 5 years now, maybe even longer. So now that he's finally getting it, I think this is gonna be his, like when he became undisputed, right? I was like, all right, cool, you got undisputed, but you beat Kambosos. I think this will validate him more than anything. If he's not, for people who don't already validate Devin Haney as the undisputed champion, I think this is going to put a stamp on it. Like, I'm the man at 135, and I would love for Devin Haney to quit. I would love for Devin Haney to quit this humble shit. Like, get up there, talk your Ricky Bobby shit. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence, and nobody can hang with my stuff. Just get up there and Ricky Bobby
do that
thing,
for him,
man.
DJ.
Exactly,
Huh?
exactly.
His
Big
dad
Fish.
is his mouthpiece. He do it for
Yeah, he can't overtalk his dad.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying, DJ, but I don't think that's really necessary for him. He let his game do his talking, and he got his Flavor Flav in his corner, his hype man. So
Yeah, he did.
yeah.
Man, that game don't sell tickets, man. That game don't sell tickets.
Big Fish, the light skin Flavor Flav.
Yeah, with a fro and a dashiki.
Yeah.
We all know Devin Haney's skills are pound for pound best in the world. But
I don't know
my
that.
man, like you got to get up there and talk that shit. You want to sell these tickets. If you don't care about selling tickets, that's fine. But
he
you got to get up there and talk that shit, man.
power. He don't have pound for pound power, DJ. So
Yeah.
I think Devin Haney, if he's not humbled in this fight, his next fight he will be humbled. He's gonna have to fight Tank, Shakur, somebody like that. He don't have the power to beat Tank for sure.
Right.
If he fight Tank, his ass is grass.
And
Yeah.
Big Fish, another reason why I'm excited for this fight. I'm a big believer in accountability and standing on shit you say and do. Right? Devin Haney got to stand on that. I ain't never gonna let a white boy beat me. Shit. Like
he said that
like.
shit.
Yeah, he said that
That shit is
Like
a
you
curse.
gotta back that up, my nigga. Like,
And if Loma Chica beat his ass, oh, the roast.
oh man, whoo, boy.
Fight. Hey, look, Jerry said the same thing. Haney is overrated.
You can't say.
Out. Go ahead, Big Fish.
See, you can't say shit like that and then expect to sell. You know, you turning against a whole demographic. If they do just so happen to fuck with you, they only watching you to see you lose. So I don't think
that's
that was
cool.
a smart thing.
Y'all still about to fight?
Yeah, that
hey,
is.
Jerry, I agree with everything Jerry just said. Y'all see that? But Jerry, Kambosos, we got to be truthful. He was in the top 5 of his division. He had all 3 of the belts. That just automatically made him top 5. Not that fighting wise, he caught a break fighting Tio. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But I feel what you're saying though, Jerry. But by virtue of him having the belts, he was top 5.
Yeah, I think a lot of boxing fans feel like Kambosos just caught Tio on the right night.
Yeah,
he caught him on the right night. I think if they fought 10 times, Tio would win 8 or 9. So. I mean, but it is what it is, man. Right time, right place. You know, you never know what can happen.
Yeah, that's the definition of easy rap. What Haney got. That's the easiest fucking rap to become undisputed. That's why I don't hold like that undisputed shit. Like I like give me the context, then I'll tell you whether I'm impressed with it or not. Like saying like going the Terrence Crawford way. Terrence Crawford way that he became undisputed is more respectable than the way that or not respectable. More impressive. If that's a better word to say. I'm more impressed with the way Terrence Crawford became undisputed champion at 140 versus the way Devin Haney got his undisputed titles. That's
you mean all in one fight, or
all in one fight against somebody like Jerry saying it really wasn't supposed to be there. Really.
Okay.
The Kambosos did the hard work for Haney.
Look at
Hey,
Jared.
well,
Jared say he ain't top 5. I'm like, Jared, by just default. Like I'm just saying, by default, him holding the belts. We can't get into this notion. This is what when boxing people be dividing sides and be, to me, this is one of them things that lead people to be divided and having animosity with each other, because Cambosos did have all 3 belts. So just by virtue of having that is what I'm saying. Not by nothing else, but just by virtue of having the belts. At one point, he was top 5. So that's why Devin walking around with his chest out. But everything else you say, spot on about the Camboso and Devin matchup, and what Big Fish say. Devin, we knew you was gonna beat him. Ray Charles knew you was gonna beat him. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Everybody
I'm
knew.
not gonna punish Devin. I'm not gonna punish Devin because T.O. lost his belts. I can't do that.
We not
I
punishing.
can't. I can't punish Devin. I can't take that away from Devin. I can't minimize that accomplishment because T.O. lost his belts.
We not doing that though. We stating just the plain facts. You know Camboso, man, come on. You know he was not gonna beat no fucking Devin Haney. He won't go do that.
No. We knew he was gonna get his nose boxed off, but it's if we look at it like that, right? Like so do we not respect guys like Jermaine Taylor and Kelly Pavlik who got their belts all in one whop? Jermaine Taylor got all his belts after beating Bernard Hopkins.
But that's
Yeah.
different though, being Bernard Hopkins and getting all the
that's
belts. That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
It's the context. It's just an opinion, DJ. So I feel what you're saying. Like it's the same thing in theory, but beating Bernard Hopkins to become undisputed is a way better sentence than saying I beat George Kambosos for undisputed. It means something different to most people.
Yeah, I agree with that. Cause we know George was not no competition for Devin. He barely was competition for Lopez, but he got the belts. So we can't say the nigga won't.
like I'm gonna give him credit for beating Teofimo Lopez that night. Like we can view that win however we want to view that win. It was a fluke. It was right place, right time. But he won that fight. We can't take that away from him. We talk about Teofimo, who was like a year removed from beating Lomachenko. So like I said, after he beats Lomachenko, I think he'll get. That's what I was talking about. I think he'll finally get that stamp of approval as the man at 135 for people who don't give it to him.
But I think he got it now because I give it to him. He got the belt.
DJ, I put it like this. I give Devin Haney a hand clap, but I'm not about to stand up and clap.
He get a golf clap. He get a golf clap.
Yeah. Yeah, that boy good. I give him one of them. They put the chicken balls in the collection plate.
Yes, indeed.
I'm not taking nothing away from Devin or anything. He is an excellent, complete fighter. Lord knows I want to see what he's gonna do at 30, in his 30s. But I think people put the cart before the horse. It's not me picking at Devin. When I see them do that to a lot of people, we could have been saying all this shit about Shakur when he came into the league. He was an Olympian. He feel like he was cheated out his gold medal or whatever, but he was an Olympian. He was a complete fighter when he came in, but nobody did that. But with Devin, when people say Devin didn't have a lot of barriers in front of him, and shout out to Bill Haney for providing for his children in life, but Devin, if you have to wonder if Devin had to get it out the mud from the start to now, where would he be? It's a lot of things he didn't have to worry about. Don't make him a bad fighter. But we have not seen him, in my opinion, this is my opinion, in no arduous fight, like tooth and nail. Every fight he gets into, we know pretty much he's going to win. That's how I feel about him.
And Linares almost killed his ass with that damn punch before the bell.
Linares clipped him. But through the whole entire fight, I didn't think Linares was going to beat him. There isn't a fight that I looked at that Devin Haney did where I said, ooh, this is a good one. It could be 50-50. Not one. Neither. And with Tank, I wondered a little bit about Leo. And I did wonder about Rolly because Rolly got power. Those are
Nah.
I did. Shit, what you mean? No, he was. I thought he was up in that fight until he got clipped.
I
But
thought Tank was playing with his food in that fight.
hey, look, there is no such thing. I'm up on the Tank card because Tank is the best, as I said before, setting traps.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Miss T? I got a question for you. This something I discussed with the fellas. Why does Tank not get credit for being a calculated boxer that calculates the data in the first 3, 4, 5, 6 rounds, and once he's figured you out, he turns it on and knocks your ass out? He doesn't
That I
get
don't know.
his
I don't know. I don't know either.
the description of his fights is always just he's down on the cards and then he knock you out. But my main man Terrence Crawford, he gets the description that he's calculating data and he figuring you out. Then he turning it on. Like they get judged. They fighting the same type of fight, but it's described 2 different ways. Why is that?
But you know what? Floyd was used to do that too. Floyd used to take a round or 2 to figure out sometime a half a round. But I give that credit that you said they give to Bud. Because I don't even talk about Bud like that. I think Bud just be in there, he figure you out. I think all fighters try to figure you out. But Tank, like I said, there is no Tank is like the Steph Curry of boxing or Golden State. Ain't no we in the league with Golden State. 20 up from Golden State. They gonna come back and shorten that shit quick as hell. And I don't even watch basketball, and I know that shit.
Yeah, 3 trips down the court is a wrap.
It's rap.
And I say that all the time, man. It's a beautiful thing to watch when Tank decides, all right, I've got your timing, I felt your power. It's a beautiful thing to watch him flip the switch when he's tired of fucking around. You can see him. You can always see him turn up the intensity. And when he starts getting on people's ass, you can see it more so at the Barrios fight because that's one fight I was actually concerned for. It's like, man, he's gonna fight this big ass dude, man. What's going on? So you can see him being at the fight. You can see him start stepping closer and closer and closer. And finally, in that 7th round, he finally got out Barrios. And dropped him. You can see Tank starting to close distance and starting to cut these angles and starting to walk you into shots that you don't see coming. Like, it was beautiful to watch him knock out Leo Santa Cruz. I thought he killed Leo. I'm still to this day, I will say this every time.
And that piston and this uppercut is better than anybody's. That shit is fast and hard to prepare for. That's why I give props all the time to Pitbull Cruz. Because Pitbull took it. He weathered the storm, was smiling at the end, and what Tank said, well, I don't want to fight you no more. We ain't fighting no more. Yeah. Jerry got a point. Haney fought some old ass motherfuckers. Yeah, he did, but they were I don't know about Linares, but I always give Gamboa props. I mean, Gamboa Father Time they caught his ass. Linares caught Haney. But that's why I say, Jerry, I think we all agree. I don't know if DJ agree with this, but Haney has not fought an arduous fight for like when Bill be saying he gonna knock your son the fuck out. I look, I can't say never, but I would be pleasantly surprised if Devin Haney get in there with Shakur or Tank and knock somebody out. I would be pleasantly surprised.
He's not, Miss T, and it's just God bless him. God bless him. He tried to knock Kambosos out in that second fight. He tried, and he couldn't do it. Now, it might be Devin Haney's lack of punching power, which he has enough power to keep guys honest and keep guys off of him. But he ain't got that fight-stopping power. But he's dominating fights. And that's a testament to his talent and his heart as to why he's dominating these fights. But as far as fight-stopping power, I don't think he has it. And it's okay that he doesn't have it. He has great skills. And that's the end of the day what they say, skills pay the bills.
And
Hey,
I agree with you, DJ. Go
hey,
ahead.
can I answer Mr. Tasker's question? Well,
Go
give my
ahead.
opinion on that.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
first, it's not a
Oh yeah, I
title.
was waiting on somebody to bring that up. All right,
It,
go ahead.
it's not a title fight. Tank is the person that everybody wants to fight. He is the A side. He dictates the terms. Garcia didn't have to take the fight. So, but that proves that Tank is a big deal with no belt on the line or not. So it doesn't matter what the fuck the rehydration clause is. What matters is they getting in the ring and you showing your skills. So I hear everybody crying about this. That shit don't matter. He need to get in the ring and do his job. They both. What does that shit matter? What do you have to say about that, DJ?
Okay, it's a simple it's very simple to me, right? So, like you said, Barrios was for a title. He was moving up another weight class to fight a champion in that weight class, so he had to fight at the champion's weight class. This fight is not a title fight. And I find it strange how everybody is on Gervonta Davis for negotiating a rehydration clause when Ryan Garcia can't make 135 anymore, but yet he's been calling out Tank for the better part of 2 or 3 years. He didn't fight him when he was at 135, but as soon as he moves up to 140, because that's what Ryan's been doing the past 2, 3 fights. He's been bringing guys up from 135 to fight him at 140. You look at his fights, he's weighing in at 138, 138. He hadn't fought at 135 in 2 years, right? So you've been bringing up smaller guys to fight you at whatever weight you're comfortable at, but yet you want to dictate terms to me and where the fight's going to be. You want to fight me. I ain't said nothing about fighting you. You want to fight me. Why can't Ryan lose that extra pound and actually fight at 135? Why is that not being expressed more amongst all these boxing panels who keep crying about the rehydration clause? Why can't Ryan make 135? Is it because what Canelo said last year was true, that Ryan is lazy and don't really want to work until the cameras are there? Or is it that he's actually outgrown the weight class and essentially trying to be a weight bully? Ryan is crying because Tank wouldn't let him be a weight bully. That's all this shit is. You don't want to fight in an actual weight class because you want me to fight at 138 or you didn't want to go up to 1. I told you I wasn't going up to 140. That was a one-off. Tank has always said, I'm not going back up to 140 right now. I fight at 135. Meet me where I'm at. You want to fight that bad? Meet me where I'm at. Meet me at 135. Why you need an extra pound?
He had to pick that weight when he fought Pitbull Cruz, because remember they took the 130 from him and the 140. He had after that fight with Pitbull Cruz, he had to pick a weight and he picked 135. Number one,
Yeah.
yes, and just like DJ and Big Fish said, Ryan been calling out Tank forever, the clout chasing like a motherfucker. That's why don't nobody believe he was a real boxer. You know how I felt about him, Jerry. But we said something about he gonna call him a duck if he don't take the fight. Well, nigga, if you be asking for the fight and then you don't take it, what you want us to call him?
Hey, I wonder
I'd have sent his ass a contract at 135 and been done with it. I'd have sent him a contract at 135 and been done with it. If he didn't want to come back to 135, then that's on him.
Hey, Miss T, I hope Jerry replies to this in the chat. Did you have a problem with all the catch weight and stipulations and manipulations that Manny Pacquiao performed through his illustrious career? Does anybody have a problem with what he did to De La Hoya and Mosley and everybody that he fought, Clottey? Every fight that Manny Pacquiao fought, damn near, when he became the superstar A-side, it was a fucking catch weight. Did y'all have a problem with that?
I mean, I ain't a Manny Pacquiao fan, so I ain't even was aware of that.
No, I'm talking to Mr. Tasker.
Yeah, Tank fought at 140 2 years ago and has expressed clearly he's not going back up to that weight. So I don't understand how that point is not valid when I told you I'm not coming back up to that weight. And he's actually doing Ryan a favor by letting this nigga come in at 146. Like, I think people are forgetting that. Like, Ryan is still going to be 146 the next day.
Oh, but you know what? Fucking Ryan said I'm fighting at 140, but not quite. The nigga is hovering. He got 1 foot at 135, 1 foot at 140. Cause he ain't finna fight no killers up at 140. Who he ready? He ain't gonna fight no Regis. You know, he ain't gonna fight.
Nah, he don't want. He not gonna fight. He not gonna fight. The fight is at 136 at Tank's request because Ryan can't make 135. If Ryan could make 135, we wouldn't be having this discussion right now. And the only reason we know about it is because Ryan came out bitching after he already signed the contract. Like, this whole discussion is irrelevant because Ryan signed the contract. You agreed to it.
He said that keep the same.
He will fight at 140. Just depends on the opponent. He fought one fight at 140 and moved back down that way.
Ryan just don't want to. He want to pick and choose who he want to fight. Still doing that, but if he fight Tank, that's a good one. That's why I say, Jerry, if they fight, that will be a fight that I buy a PBC. I will break my protest just about that fight if they actually do fight. I will buy that.
And to Big Fish's point, nobody said nothing when Canelo was making these middleweights weigh in at 155 all these fights. Nobody said a thing. It was okay. It's rehydration clauses in the IBF sanctioning body. Like, this is nothing new. Only reason it's an issue is because it's at a catch weight. Tank told Ryan, I'll give you an extra pound, but that's it. My nigga, you're not finna weigh in at 138 and fight me. You're not finna weigh in at 138 and then rehydrate well over 150 come fight night. That's just not what's about to happen. You want to fight, I'm gonna see how bad you want to fight. Tank really just holding his nuts on him. I don't really think he cares how big Ryan will get because Barrios is way bigger than Ryan. I don't think he really cares how big Ryan gets. I just think he's doing this to fuck with Ryan because Ryan mentally weak.
He said Ryan made every concession. Now the only part about that, Jerry, that I will,
because he had to. He had to if he wouldn't get the fight.
But look, that PBC shit where you can't have a tune-up, that ain't fair, DJ. I don't like that shit.
Ryan didn't want one.
Ryan
didn't want one. Oscar tried to make him take it. Oscar and B-Hop tried to make him take that tune-up. But Ryan actually got his lawyers involved and said, I don't want to tune-up.
But Ryan
didn't tell Ryan he couldn't take a tune-up. Ryan chose not to take one.
Ryan said he got a letter from PBC, a stop and desist letter saying you can't take no tune-up, and that was as of last year. So
and Ryan also said he didn't want to take a tune-up because he didn't want to get no injuries. He just wanted to go straight into the fight. So he talking out of both sides of his neck.
He said also you lying. Canelo took then and still does take heat for those catchweight fights.
No, he don't. But it's cool though.
Well, I don't know. I'm just whatever it takes to get Ryan in the ring because we know.
Yeah, Miss T, it's all irrelevant now because Ryan signed the contract, but you know he
can always back the fuck out. He known for that.
Yeah, he'll probably back out the fight. I hope he don't, but you know he's been. Ryan said the reason why he didn't take a tune-up after the last guy fell out or whatever because he didn't want to get no injuries. He wanted to go straight into the same fight. He didn't want to.
That would be heartbreaking if one of them pulled out of this fight.
Yeah, that's what
he was not blocked from taking a tune-up. And if he was, which one is the lie? Is it that he wasn't taking a tune? Is that he was blocked from taking a tune-up, or was he lying when he said he didn't want to take no injuries? That's why he didn't take a tune-up. So which one is the lie?
Nah, he talking about you lying or we lying about Canelo not receiving any flack about the catch weights. But
he just showed his other comment too. Yeah, no, Canelo didn't really get no flack for taking the catch weight. He really didn't.
And I really was talking about Manny Pacquiao myself. I ain't even get to
Yeah.
Canelo. Canelo, he is the king of setting advantages for himself. So I don't see what the problem is.
I mean, it's okay, Jerry. You like Ryan, but Ryan is not the face of boxing, nor should he be. He got a lot to do to prove himself as a real boxer. And I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because I've been riding his ass, Jerry, and I've backed off. Because I was like, well, damn, he really do want this fight with Tank. So we gonna see. And look, Ryan is quick. If he know how to fight tall, if he don't know how to fight tall, and Tank jump up and clock his ass in the chin, it's nighty night.
Miss T, he want the limelight. He don't want what's coming, the punches that's coming with it. He care about the limelight. He is about to be put on the back burner after this fight. But his saving grace is the catch weight and the rehydration clause. So people go make an excuse for him to where he'll get another chance to prove that he great, and he'll fail again as soon as he get tested hard.
And to Jerry's last comment, the one before this about Ryan had to concede to all the A-side demands. I'm sorry, ain't that how boxing work? If you the B-side fighter, you eat your shit sandwich if you want to fight. You're not gonna get everything you want out of this fight. Ryan has accomplished absolutely nothing in the sport. I don't care that he got a bunch of 18-year-old girls following him on Instagram. They can't save him when he step in between them ropes.
I thought you were gonna say I don't care if he got a bunch of 18 girls pregnant. I'll get him.
Oh no, I don't know what kind of girls he messing with. But if you look at Ryan's fan base, right, it's a bunch of 18 to 21-year-old girls. So they're not gonna be able to save him when Tank get on his ass, man. And like I said, we saw Floyd have to eat his shit sandwich when he was about to fight Oscar, because he knew after he beat Oscar he was gonna be the man. We saw Canelo have to eat his shit sandwich when he fought Floyd. We saw there's been many cases of it. Whoever fought Manny Pacquiao, you take what the A side give you, or you don't get to fight. So Ryan took whatever they put in that contract. So it's irrelevant now. DJ, all the excuses. I'm a guy. Like the way I look at it, all the excuses go out the window when you sign the contract.
DJ, you know who wouldn't eat that shit sandwich and disappointed the whole
I knew you was gonna say that.
Who would? I'm sorry.
You know who wouldn't eat their shit sandwich like they were supposed to?
Oh, we know. We know. What's understood ain't got to be said.
Y'all got to get off my boy nuts now.
we know he ain't gonna eat his shit sandwich to get the fight. He'll just got right. Fuck it. I'm going.
DJ out.
No, I'm still here.
Okay, this is what I just can't grasp. And I'm sorry. Can I talk about this topic, Ms. T? Terrence Crawford?
Freedom reign.
Okay. So when they say no guarantee, they and I'm sorry, Ms. T. When I say they, you are included, but I'm not talking about you personally. But they act like that the man was gonna get $0 if he didn't get a guaranteed purse. Can you explain that to me? Is that how am I interpreting it what they're saying wrong, or is that how you?
No, I mean you can't go into a fight and not get nothing. Like he would have got a check, but it's just not. This is what I say about this, right? The way PBC operates is not the way Terrence Crawford is used to operate. It's new to him, and when you're dealing with new people, you're not finna take chances on new people that you're not used to dealing with. Like Bob was gonna pay him his $5-6 million a fight, and that was gonna be it. Wasn't no, I'm using air quotes, y'all can't see, but wasn't no back end to speak of, right? So he's used to operate like, I want all my money up front. I don't care about none of that other shit y'all talking about. Give me my bread. PBC, we don't operate that way. Well, I'm saying we, but I don't work for them or speak for them in any way. But
like a
they're
fanboy.
telling him, look, man, we don't operate this way. You're gonna get this base purse, and then when all these numbers come back, you're gonna start seeing checks for months at a time after all the numbers come in. And to go back to Jerry's comment about Fury and Usyk, Usyk is clearly the B-side fighter, and Usyk is choosing not to eat his shit sandwich. It is what it is after that point. He ain't signed the contract. He ain't agreed to shit. It is what it is after that. But once you eat your shit sandwich, you can't complain about how it tastes because you knew it was a shit sandwich.
But hold on, DJ. This is all I was saying. Just like Jared just said, no guarantee means no guarantee, no upfront money. So you was all relying on the back end. Well, when you said net instead of gross, you even made it more riskier. They have to meet a threshold. We cannot guarantee that whatever threshold, every threshold is different each fight. Cannot guarantee that threshold is going to be met. If that threshold is not met, then neither one of them are getting back in. That is just how it works. So, and just in basic gist of things, it is very possible. Yes, it is possible that Terrence Crawford could have done that fight, or either Earl, and not got paid. It is possible.
Man,
And the fact that that's a possibility.
that's
Miss T, you know what?
Wrong.
Miss T, you know why I don't really pay any attention to that type of stuff. I really don't care about these guys' money. I really don't care. But you know why all of this goes away? Because Terrence said he agreed to it.
Yeah.
And then once BLK became a real thing, he was already negotiating 2 fights at once, right? So how bad did you want the other fight? And I like both guys, man. I just want to see the fight. I don't sit on either side. I just want to see these guys beat the shit out of each other.
I know, but y'all gotta stop complaining about something that the other side do too. I can't, like, for the life of me, and this is not me capping for Terrence, I can't get mad at him for something Earl and his team does too. I mean, it's no point. It's moot. It's like saying, like me going off on somebody throwing elbows. You know, when people can punch like Floyd do, because Floyd was an elbow throwing motherfucker. Once I peeped Floyd doing that shit, and he do it in a way that you could get away with it, he was just so smooth at it. I started peeping a lot of fighters do that. But I don't complain about it because they all do it. I say, okay, I'm going to complain about the blatant fouls, like no behind the head, because we know what that can do to a person. And don't hit people in the back because we know what that can do to a person. And nuts, we know what that can do to a person. Outside of that, all them other dirty tactics and everything, I might not like it, but I don't go ham and get mad about it because they all doing it. I can't. It's like customary, even though it's not supposed to be done. Certain files and stuff, they all doing it, and it's like the ref ain't calling it. All I can say is if the ref call it, cool. If he don't, ain't shit I can say about it. That's how I look at it. That's how I look about this pay.
Miss
T, you a fighter, get your pay. What's up,
I'm sorry to cut you off, Miss T. I'm sorry. My bad. But then I heard you earlier say that Charlo changed when he showed off that $10 million check. So right. I just find it really impossible to believe that the PBC wouldn't have got the shit sued out of them if Terrence Crawford would have took the no guarantee money with a sold out live gate with ridiculous ticket prices and a nice 400 to 500,000 pay-per-view. You can't tell me that man won't go walk away with at least 10 to 12 million. There's no way. There's no way.
Logan Paul walked away. He didn't get paid. Ain't that what he complaining?
Allegedly.
I mean that's what it is. I mean, we're not there with them. I like y'all. I really try not to care about the money part of it, but I'm just saying, just trying to understand where this man's mindset is. I pay. If I'm gonna do a fight, I want my pay.
But
You know that.
but I hear everybody. I don't care about their money either. But we have to talk about the reasons why that the fight isn't happening, and the only reason why fights don't happen is because of money. So I don't care what they make either. But if we can't talk about an imaginary fight that they had, because they haven't fought. So it's either we go talk about fights that's happening right now, which we were before I introduced this bad topic to the panel. But that's the major point of the dynamic is the money. So I don't, like I say, I thought from what all the Terrence Crawford fans told me, he cared more about his legacy than the money. But that was proven to be
That's a
false.
moot point too, because look at what Jermell is talking now.
Yeah, and that's what I said.
That legacy secured. I think Jermell is the first, not only in the 4-belt era, correct me if I'm wrong, DJ, but the first junior middleweight champion, undisputed. I think he is.
In the 4-belt era, yes. In the 4-belt era, yes.
Which
I
one?
think he's the first. I think he's the first undisputed. I think he's the first undisputed junior middleweight champion since Tito.
Which one of them, is it Canelo or him, is the first in that division that they ever had? One of them is.
I think he's the first. I think he's the first one in the 4-belt era to go undisputed at junior middleweight, and he's the first undisputed junior middleweight champion since Tito. I want to say. I could be wrong. Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong.
Then that means Canelo is the first middleweight, super middleweight, undisputed champion ever. One of them is the first ever. And
he's the first Mexican super middleweight undisputed champion.
I think one of those divisions never ever had an undisputed.
No, I think people have been undisputed as super middleweight before. I just think Canelo was the first Mexican super middleweight champion. Because I don't think I'm being asked by saying this. Mexicans don't get that big. I'm sorry. But that might be wrong to say. But
when it comes to your ends, never get between a man and his ends. You know how Fred Sanford said, "A man and his horn." When he was talking about Lena Horne. Oh Lord, Fred said, "A man and his horn."
Okay, Jerry. I'm glad you brought that up. So he's like, people talk about legacy / fighting for money and all this shit. So when Gervonta Davis says them fucking belts don't matter, I'm gonna need for you to keep that same energy when it comes to that, because I think wherever the bag at, I think that's who Gervonta Davis will fight. Period.
That's what Gervonta doing. But Gervonta gonna find later in life when he's about our age, my age, he gonna look.
Okay. You name me 2 Mexicans, which really proved my point, Jerry. Thank you. I understand you trying to be a contrarian right now. You really just proved my point. So thank you. But like I said, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but But yeah, I think that's what was important to Canelo. He wanted to be the first Mexican undisputed super middleweight champion. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it was.
He said that is why he is fighting Ryan and not Haney. No, Ryan was up. It was always, I think, Jerry, in the mix that Haney was gonna fight Lomo after.
Haney already had his next when Haney signed with Top Rank, we knew his next 3 fights was playing.
Yeah.
He was gonna fight Kambosos twice. And then Bob Arum was going to do what Bob Arum has been trying to do since he lost to Teofimo Lopez, and get Lomachenko back in the mix.
Yeah, so we knew that had to happen. And once Haney done with this fight, he's back to being Haney from before he signed with Bob. I don't know where he going. He is his own promoter and all that shit.
I think he'll stay. Miss T. I think he'll stay. Because I think after Lomachenko, I think he'll either stay to fight Tank, or he's going to move up and get the winner of Tiafimo and Josh Taylor.
That's gonna be interesting because then I'm gonna want to hear all them Spence fans or the Bud haters talk about why Haney, because they love Haney. So why is Haney staying with Top Rank? I want to hear that. I want to hear that spin.
Well, the big part about that, Miss T, Bob Arum told Devin Haney to his face years ago as to why he didn't get the Lomachenko fight. It's too bad you signed with the wrong promoter. So now that he's with Bob Arum, he's getting all the fight. He ate his shit sandwich to get the Kambosos fight, and now he's gonna have to fight Lomachenko in that third fight. And if he resigns, I think somewhere in that contract is gonna be either Shakur, either he's gonna stay there to fight Tank and Shakur, or he's moving up to fight Tiafimo and Josh Taylor winner.
Yeah, Miss T. There's some different circumstances for Haney. There's a lot of fighters over there for him to fight. All the fighters to fight for Bud were over at the PBC, so that's the difference in my opinion.
And you could be right. Like if you hold that opinion, then that's why I always ask people how they feel about Frank Martin, because all his opponents is over there with Top Rank. So that to me, he went over and side with the wrong side, but nobody says that he sided with who he wanted to side with.
I mean, well, he could fight Pitbull Cruz, and he is up next for Tank. To be quite frank about that, I think if Tank did stay at 35 and had to actually defend that title, I think Frank Martin would be next, because I think he is number one. He's either number one or number two after he beat Michelle Rivera the way he beat him. And Jerry, you keep bringing up irrelevant shit because Loma turned down the fight to stay in Ukraine and fight a war. So it ain't what it could be. It is what it is now. Like I said, the reason why Tio and Bob fell out is because Tio didn't want to give Lomachenko a rematch. We can slice it however we want to slice it. When Tiafimo chased that Triller money to fight his IBF mandatory and George Kambosos Jr., that pissed Bob Arum off, because Bob wanted him to take the Lomachenko rematch, and he did. So now here we are 2 years later, and we're still talking about Lomachenko getting his title shot or getting another crack at his titles. Bob Arum has always wanted Lomachenko to get another shot at them titles, which is where we're at now. It's irrelevant that he turned down the opportunity last year because he was in Ukraine fighting a war. No, I didn't forget, but clearly you forgot the timeline of things that happened. So, but with that, Miss T, I'm going to fall off. I got to get back to work. Thank you for having me on. Big Fish, ATL. ATL, I'm going to tune in later on tonight, man. Check the show out, man. But I gotta get back to work, man. And Jerry, come with some better facts and not your feelings next time, buddy.
Hey, Jerry, DJ said he tried to told you. He tried to told you. All right, DJ. We closing it out because we passed 3 hours. Every time I don't think we're gonna do a long show, we wind up doing a long show. But I think y'all, I like talking. I like talking about boxing. If I ain't had y'all to talk to, man, my family would have been disowned me, man, because they'd be like, shut up, bitch, about this boxing. You the only one like it. You know. So, any last words from either one of y'all? I don't care who go first.
Oh, man, it was a pleasure chopping it up with you, Miss T. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button. I'm out.
All right.
And I'll be hollering at you later on ATL.
Hey, I got your best there. I wrote them down.
Hey, I might want you to forget that one, Miss T.
No, nigga. Just because you ain't got ATL, look, what you talking about?
No, I thought you were talking about my bit that I made on Lomachenko. The more and more we just talked, I might be on the wrong side.
Well, you got to talk to DJ. You know,
DJ. I'm just playing. I'm holding true to my bit. I'm just playing.
Look, you have another Martin King and you going that day. Yeah, got to get in and instigate and stir it up and bring y'all back full circle.
No.
All right, ATL, what you got on it?
Hey man, I'm always blessed to be on here with you, man, and talk boxing like we always do, man. You know what I'm saying? Try to get shit back to where it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Without all the fucking extra shit in it. You know what I'm saying? Just have our talks and have our different discussions about who we like and what's going on, man. And we agree to disagree, but we still love each other at the end of the day, and that's all that matters, man. I don't want nothing but the best for everybody that's in the chat and on the panel. You feel me? That's all. I want us to grow and prosper together. You know what I'm saying? And that's about it for me.
I want to thank y'all for coming through. Y'all really make my day. Sometimes I be tired and shit. I be like, let me get on here. Cause like I say, I like to talk and I like to talk about boxing. So this is my only venue to come in here and talk about boxing. We try to keep it classy. We don't do no trolling. So, I didn't ask for a lot of help. I don't mind help and all that, but I gotta be legitimate in my eyes. And that trolling and that nasty, inappropriate shit, that ain't for me.
MT, I just sent you a message. I asked you a question because I got sent the message. So just respond to me back after this because I don't know what the hell this
is. You send it to my phone?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but thank y'all for tuning in and listening. Like I said, every time I be in my head, I was like, oh, this is not gonna be a long show. Every time I say that, it's the longest show.
That's what's up, though.
In my Pamela James voice.
Peace.
Peace.